So much eating.
We appreciate you guys being here. And as our way of saying thank you, we got some giveaways tonight. You can see the dice that are on that little turntable, along with a really cool black dragon. It's a large size miniature, but is very rare. We're going to be giving that guy away tonight if we get, I think, what is it? I think we have to get 5 new subscribers. We'll give away that dragon. And if we get 20 new subscribers, because we're already more than halfway, we will give away this really cool double-headed McFarlane Berserker Dragon, which is the Etin of McFarlane Dragons. And so I think we just need 20 more for this guy. And we would love to give both of those dragons away tonight to our amazing community. And again, that's just our way of saying thank you for your support. And you can, of course, affect the game through the cheering of bits. If you type in !rewards, it will show you all of the different ways that you can affect the game. And some of those ways are temporary hit points, advantage, disadvantage, spell slots, and more for the party. And we would certainly encourage you to affect the game through the cheering of those bits, which allows us to just continue to enhance the stream, give more cool things away, and just see this community grow, which we appreciate you just being a part of that so much. We would also invite you to be a part of the community off of Twitch. So we have a Discord channel. You can see the link in the chat. We would encourage you to join that. And we have some socials that you can check out as well. And just would love to connect with you in other ways, especially through that Discord. It has been great to get to know the community, seeing some of your amazing talents at work, from painting miniatures to cooking delicious meals to sharing your favorite cocktails with us or some of your amazing fan art. We love to see what you guys can do, and it's been fun to have those conversations. So we would certainly invite you to join that if you haven't yet done so. All right, well, we're going to jump into our episode tonight. We have our Tabaxi on the way, but before he arrives, well, we'll just do a little recap and then jump in. So, our adventurers, the Shades, given the name by Vajra Safar, their patron from Waterdeep, who is the leader of the Grey Hands, that has gathered them together for the task of infiltrating and figuring out how to stop the arcane maelstrom which rages to their northwest over the Anarok Desert. They are traveling overland on their way to the Anarok Desert, and as they have gone forth, they've met some friends and allies and saved some cities, the most recent of which was the city of Mulhessen, where they were instrumental in stopping an evil arcane ritual that was channeling the power of the storm to rain necrotic ash down upon the land. And ultimately, the cultists in Mulhessen were using that for even more sinister means of channeling some, well, very, very bad entities.
It's a good thing we got paid for it, too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Ah,
Charity.
charity. Well, you guys got some cool stuff.
Yeah.
I tried.
And as you saved the city of Mulhessen, you continued on your way with your Etten friend, MeQ, one head me, one head Q, who is leading you to a arcane tower that he discovered, which you have pledged to assist him in reaching and exploring, which was conveniently on the way to the Archwood, where a hag who you have also agreed to take care of and retrieve a magical item for the lady who would give you the information as to how to infiltrate the storm. So you are in the middle of all of these quests, and you are traveling. As you traveled, you were ambushed by a group of assassins known as Kendim, who, using their unique mix of martial arts and thievery, sneakily engaging you, and, well, some unique psionic / magical powers, and their laser swords, all of which conveniently kind of reflect, you know, certain sci-fi universes out there. Universes.
General Revis.
Yep. We had an encounter which they successfully fended off, though not without the loss and destruction of their wagon, which was tossed 100 feet in the air and then smashed to the ground. As they investigated the remains of their wagon, they discovered that there was, interestingly, a compartment at the very top of the wagon, which they had never really investigated before, which somehow remained intact and rather untouched. And upon investigation, they realized that it was a magical compartment. Further investigation revealed an opening that they picked the lock to and were able to not die from the ward that was upon it, because of Morthos' very high constitution roll and his resistance to flame, well, immunity to flame, as he resisted a banishment spell to a plane that resembled either the elemental plane of fire and or the one of the 9 hells. Perhaps the first layer of Ernest, but it is unclear. That was what JB surmised.
Didn't like 6 of us crit on our inside for that?
Yeah, you guys rolled well on that one. You then made your way into this interesting doorway and met a very unique gnome named Keyshawn, who was the keeper of several keys and several doors, and was an enthusiast for keys and doors and keys. And it was an octagonal room, each wall containing a doorway. 3 of those doorways were already opened. And inside each of those doorways was a pedestal. Upon one of the open doors was an empty pedestal, and through 2 of the open doors, there were pedestals that still had objects upon them. One of the objects was a cube-like item resembling a fiery, stormy Tesseract-type object for the Marvel fans out there. And the other object upon a pedestal was a single page of paper or parchment with wispy energy swirling around it, which JB was instantly drawn to as soon as his lens caught view of the room. He saw the massive amount of void and mythos energy swirling around it. He confidently strode in, and the party watched as a glow of light surrounded him and kept the wispy hands clawing at him at bay. He was able to walk up to the parchment and discern its contents, learning that it held the words of power necessary to open one cave of whispers. The other object, the party couldn't discern what or how or where it might be used. Keyshawn made clear that once a door is open, its contents can be removed by anyone, but only if they show him the door that the guarded key opens. The party presumed that this was why the carriage belonging to the Weaver's Presidium was heading to the north to the Cave of Whispers with this pocket dimension secretly hidden within it. They needed to get Keyshawn to the Cave of Whispers to open it. Keyshawn also had a very large ring of trinkets himself, which were not behind any door, but that he said were keys of various types that he would be willing to trade, a key for a key, or a key for a door. The party, in inspecting, Killian in particular, investigating that ring of trinkets, found one that looked strikingly familiar to an item that Morthos held, one half of a scarab. A trinket that Morthos claims is one half of the key to a cave of wonders contained within the Anarok Desert that the Nimbus Collective is seeking to open. The party then took their time in investigating all of the 5 doors that remained closed, being careful not to touch them due to, well, the instant death wards that were upon them, warned not to touch them by Keyshawn. And as they investigated the second door, a door of ethereal energy that was almost translucent, though what lie beyond could not be seen, and with a highly improbable D100 roll, a roll that was the number 28, rolled on 9/28 at 9:28 p.m. I had to think of something to do on something that special. And Morthos Echo, Sola, his old friend and companion, reacted to the light spilling through this ethereal door and had her fleshly form rematerialized about her. Morthos soon learned that he was able to continue to control his echo that had melded with him, but that now it could take on a third form, not just the shadowy form that he originally, the radiant form that he originally had, and then the shadow form that he learned to control, but now she could be re-corporealized as her old self, missing each of her 2 hands, which had been lost in previous battles. The hands instead filled with radiant energy. The party, after speaking with Keyshawn about his affiliation with the Iron Throne, an entity that seems to hold many secrets and seems to be a guard of sort to these keys and doors throughout the realms, was amenable to them, not hostile in any way, but very interested in Sola herself, offering several promises and rewards if the party would agree to hand Sola over to them, as she was described to being a key herself, a key to the convergence. The party then tried to make sense of that, and it was discerned by Killian and JB, and confirmed by Keyshawn himself, that Sola was in fact a Kalashtar, a unique humanoid race, almost a mix between humans and elves in the Forgotten Realms, but hails from the material plane of Eberron. A truth that was never actually revealed in the first campaign, where Sola was a primary member of the party. And so exiting this unique pocket dimension of doors, 3 of which are opened, 5 remaining closed, the party now has gathered themselves. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on their 5th day of travel. And you all are able to debrief on any of the events within this pocket dimension. A pocket dimension, by the way, which you now are carrying with you. Ray has kind of placed within her knapsack. It's about a 3 foot by 3 foot kind of flat square with just a simple kind of door panel made to look like the top of the carriage. And so it seems to be light and movable, and so Ray kind of dropped it in her pack. Yep. And so you have this upon your persons. Your wagon is destroyed, though your carriage is destroyed. Your small little wagon affixed to Bill remains. And you now continue on with me and Q, guiding you at the front of your party, moving ever closer to this tower of mystery that you have promised to accompany him and explore. So, Shades, the floor is yours.
Well, how destroyed is the wagon? Is it like the door in Monsters, Inc.? Like, could we
It is
tape
not.
something back
It is not. It is not mendable.
Darn it.
It is destroyed.
Oh, you mean we have to walk? Alright, well that was absolutely, crazy.
Well,
Probably should have checked that out a little bit closer.
Me kind of speaks up.
You all went into that little hole over there. What was that all about?
Yo. Q, very intrigued, follows up.
Yo.
Well, you see, we walked into the hole, and then we went down the ladder, and then we met this little gnome guy, and there was a bunch of doors and a bunch of keys, and then we found some things that were really cool, and we found out more things, and then we came back up.
Yo?
Yeah, it was pretty confusing for me, too. That's about all I got out of it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yo.
Yeah.
Did anyone else find it so strange how interested in Sola he was?
Oh yeah, I mean I thought that was plainly clear. He definitely wanted you to give her up or something. The convergence he mentioned?
Yes.
Yeah, it seems that like you've said all along, she is rather important.
I mean, he called her a key herself to
Ma-
the convergence. What do we know of the convergence?
Oh, that's that thing.
I just point to
What?
this.
That's
Well,
that thing.
I knew that, but I mean, like, what do we know of a key to the, I don't know what.
I don't know.
Is she the key to stopping the convergence or starting the convergence or?
My guess is that the power that
I mean-
she holds is a little bit of both. That she can stop it, but also probably accelerate it. Much like Wolfram's wife was.
Ah, yes.
They were draining the power from her. I bet it's similar to that situation.
Unfortunately,
That's so scary.
I have a feeling that we have just made ourselves a target, thanks to me and Sola.
I mean, to be fair,
you've
we've always...
already made his target
I
like
mean,
50,000
it's not
times.
like I haven't been a
We've been
target
attacked.
already,
Oh, add it to
but-
the
Hold on,
list.
Kadim
Oh,
once,
one more
Kadim
target.
twice,
Wait.
Kadim 3 times.
Alright, this is the 5th reason that I'm a target. Let's just add
Maybe
it
every
there.
time we fight someone, they can fill out a little questionnaire first, and we can kind
Why-
of start
why-
to like.
Why are you
Before
wanting to
you
kill
throw
us?
that,
How
like,
they
can you just
fanned us?
check the box of which
Do you want
reason
to?
you want to
do you
kill
want
us?
to kill us for
first?
this reason?
You can get the free coupon.
I was kind of wondering why those men with laser swords that almost killed me and Q.
Thank you. You're just the best.
They wanted the fancy necklace. I think.
Right, I saw that, and so now the, but are you Bart or are you Oliver? I'm confused sometimes.
Me too.
We all
The
are.
answer
We
to
all
that
are.
is, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just bizarre how there's like 2 of you in one.
He looks over at Q.
Right, so crazy.
Right?
There's a lot of split personalities.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, this is true.
So the cat man has the necklace that they want, right?
No.
He
I
is,
do?
he is
Oh, is he
holding
holding-
the tear of
Oh, that's right.
Rana.
He got it back from.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
Yes, Ali, Bart, whoever you
the
are,
whole time in that room.
could I please have that back, please?
I don't want it. Chest pass.
We know
Morthos puts it back
so
on
we
and kind
know-
of like just tucks it away and
we no longer have the pain cursed anymore, do we?
Luke Hay is still with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
Uh,
doesn't
Stay
Miku
fine.
have his dead
so-
body on his
His
shoulder?
carcass
okay.
is with you.
Um,
Miku's
Karkai.
carrying him, right?
so
Miku is carrying him.
Morthos, and JB, you may know more about this Iron Throne organization, but my inclination is that Keyshawn is although they are interested, I think they just like to hold all the power. I'm not sure that they are evil or good, one way or another, but I think if he wanted Sola, he could have probably taken her right there, and so...
well, I would have been surprised if he could, only because I don't know how to give her away.
Unless they take you too.
Right,
then maybe. I guess
Well,
that is. I
that
mean,
would work, yeah.
I
mean,
guess
you were
that's
taking
true.
JB, do you know you're from
Well-
somewhere else, and they seem to be somewhere else, and
well, when I first arrived here, I did study all of your kinds that did not appear in Ravnica, and so what I have gained of knowledge is, he was a gnome, right?
Yep, yeah, he is a gnome.
Gnomes are very inquisitive, and they are guided by their desire, their want and need to figure things out. Not necessarily to control things or anything like that, but to figure things out
So
and,
they're like a
and
small
create.
version of you.
are you saying all of the Iron Throne are gnomes?
Oh no, I
or just
I don't know
him?
if I
Do you
know
know
anything
anything
about
about
the
the
Iron
Iron Throne?
Roll a history check.
You're not gonna like this.
He knows
Ew.
things.
I think I have expertise.
Now, just 1 second.
a
I am
19?
unpackaging the zip
19.
file in my head.
He's going into his
Yeah.
mind palace.
33.
It's in my download somewhere.
Good lord.
So, you have never had any interaction with the Iron Throne.
Sucks to suck.
You have heard hushed whispers, in particular, almost overhearing mentions from Phineas about his
best.
frustrations with dealing with his kind, his kin, in the Iron Throne. You recall Phineas himself as a gnome.
That's right.
But it was his tone with a 33. His tone was always one of frustration, anger, even contempt.
We like those things coming from Phineas.
Yeah,
the
so-
enemy of my enemy is my
So
friend.
what I learned was that they usually their intentions don't matter when it comes to figuring things out, but when it comes to the Iron Throne, well, the only information I know is that a particular gnome that I know, Phineas, if you will,
I remember him.
seemed to be frustrated at the rules and how these other gnomes of the Iron Throne perhaps were sticklers and would not just give in to whatever whim Phineas wanted. That's how it seemed, at least. So, I don't know. This gnome could be a gnome of principle.
He was pretty nice. He became my friend.
As long as we follow the rules, he followed the rules. It seemed.
Yep.
I
And
don't
all
know
the things he
anything
said were true.
specifically about the
So-
Iron Throne, but there are usually a few sorts of organizations that hold power in that fashion. Normally, they hold on to it by brokering information. So you bring something new and then you get something new from it, but they don't typically seem like the sort to pledge allegiances unless there's something very badly coveted that they want.
That's fitting, yes. So, did we give Solo away or no?
Oh, no,
Oh.
she's here. In fact, she's better than ever.
Could have got all those keys, you know.
I tried.
So are we trying
I got
to?
flung through the
I
air.
almost died.
I know how that
Yeah.
feels.
That's right. Bart got yeeted last session.
Nice.
Got JB'd.
So are we still trying to keep Luke, or could we like take him down there and like push his face up against one of the doors that are instant death?
That wouldn't kill him though.
But like, how badly death are the death doors? Like
Well,
That would
ultimate
be-
death?
That is a very interesting theory to try out.
Do you think that he would view a pain curse as a key worth trading? What are the secrets of making the pain curse? Do you think he knows?
That's a question.
We could just like kick
mean, you can go
Luke
back down
down
the
the
door.
basement and say,
Now,
"Hey,
correct me if I'm wrong. Someone sent a message to Marlboro Man.
Yeah, I'll be on our way to meet.
Yeah, we are on our way to meet them.
Maltoro.
Mal-
We like Marble.
Yes,
Man better.
Maltoro confirmed he would meet us in the forest up ahead.
all right. So how are we going to keep what happened last time from happening again in 3 days?"
So,
Oh, we stand over him and stab him.
Well, yes, someone said that they are able to tell the precise time again, and
Probably
Oh,
the
I-
smart
be
one, yeah.
yes, you.
Yeah.
He's got exceptional
And,
wit.
We will just stand around and take care of them again. Use it like
"Good
think of it
morning."
like target practice. Like
Can you imagine-
Soap and socks.
Can you imagine walking up on that where there's 6 people standing around the body,
An unconscious
an
body.
unconscious body, and it wakes up and all of us take swings at its head.
Just start stabbing.
Prize round.
This is a team bonding exercise.
My goodness.
we tie the right hand to the right foot, the left hand to the right foot, so it's crisscrossed.
Yes, this is actually a good idea.
And
Who
then
has
we
rope?
put this laser holder in the back.
this, and his hands come back with the laser sword, he can't turn it off.
You know what I don't get though is like if I disintegrated his current corpse into a bunch of ash and we put that ash in like a little like steel box and
And we
threw that
ship
box,
that box
into
into
the ocean box, how
we squished it on his head.
no, but really think about this. How would he reform? His ashes are in a tiny box, so if he reforms, it's just instant death of smooshing.
I don't think you would be able to turn him into ash.
And then if he gets out of the box, he drowns. It's a win-win. For us, I mean, like not for him, but
I think it's similar to that man who had the claws, come out of his fist. Even when one drop of blood, it'll happen. He just heals that quick.
I know, but like he physically wouldn't
Oh,
have
that
the
guy
space
who's
to.
like
He's in the box.
Badger or something.
Something like that.
I think
yeah.
that's why
Patron.
we're meeting.
Warlock
I
patron.
think that's why we're meeting Maltoro.
Yeah.
We don't have to solve this problem.
No.
It
That's
is
why we're going.
solved.
How many days away do we think
Just
we
how
are?
long-
Problem
Get
is
there.
solvable.
Anybody know?
It's actually already solved.
I probably have a
Already not
spell
yet.
that would let me
It's a
know.
couple days
I
away.
agree with you for
See, so
maybe
you
the
were-
third or fourth time.
To the meeting point.
To the Cragged
You're moving
Tooth.
up in the world.
Okay.
I mean, I could still like
time
cremate
of day
him
is it right
though,
now?
and we could carry his ashes
4
in
in
a
the
little
About 4 in the
pouch,
afternoon.
so we're not carrying around the dead body.
JB,
Yo.
you actually said you have the ability to tell time to like the precise moment, second, something to that nature, correct?
Well, I recall, however many days ago it was, how long it was until the sun went over the horizon. And so, my calculations for when the sun will go over the horizon 3 days from that moment compared to that time, and then the rotation of this
This
planet
is the most
compared-
boring way of
No,
saying yes.
listen.
Well,
listen.
anyway,
Wait. Wait.
If my calculations,
Hold on. Wait.
if my calculations are correct,
Do you have?
then
wait.
yes, I will be able to tell.
Don't you have a
will
watch?
Will this help?
I just have a strange question. We were in that carriage
If
for
only
what
we
seemed like a couple of hours,
looked at
no?
it.
Your lenses light up.
When he
When-
pulls that out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Do we see him do a double take?
You do.
It's a watch, JB.
I've seen this watch before, yes?
Oh, this was
Not when
And-
you had lenses on.
this, and so when you ask that, I look at it again, and it's got the lion filigree on it. And, this was a gift from Mr. Rubius.
Does it look like there's the same kind of shadow stuff coming off of the paper as coming off of this? Now
No.
that it's lit up?
It is
Illumination?
It is a unique magic, but it is not illumination.
Ooh,
It is something different.
gotcha. Well,
Well, this will help.
Well, I am
Can we
more.
time it now? Or?
I know. Well, I am
Too
more
late?
interested in.
if we would have looked
we'll
at it
never know.
first, yes.
front.
So the way a clock works is it reaches the same point over the same amount of time.
Right.
But if we would have looked at it at the moment we wanted to, we would.
But
have
you
been
knew
able
what
to tell.
I mean, would this not give us more accurate?
Yeah, well, I don't precisely know the exact time the sun sets. I just know when it's been
Killian.
Oh,
72 hours.
I regret
Ish.
opening my mouth.
I'll tell you when. Don't you?
No. That's not actually was not my question. That is the problem. You assumed. My question is that I am no expert on time, but I feel like it is the exact same time now as when we went into the carriage.
Oh, Miku, how long were we in the thing?
Well,
And as he starts to talk, I telepathy Q to see what his answer is.
So Miku starts talking. He's like,
I was kind of messing around with this whole little flesh bag I got hanging off.
and he's kind of going on about what he was doing. And Q looks at you and says,
Well, it was precisely instantaneous, if I do recall myself, yes.
So it was.
Huh? Wait, you were what? As he's
And
trying
so
to listen
as
to
I put the arm back in because it kind of
And
flopped out.
Killian's looking at him like.
And then you guys went down the hole, and it was kind of weird because you went one by one and like disappeared into the ground. Like what?
Oh, that's bravo.
And then
great
you
story.
went down, and then you came right back up.
So
we were there like that. It was
interesting.
Miki, you're my favorite.
instantaneous.
I just want you to know.
It's
So-
like time works different, like Ishan said.
Does JB? I don't know if you can tell this, or I mean, I think you're a smart man, but did we age while we were down there? Like, I get that now that time has passed differently, but
Ollie, measure me!
per se, here's my crazy idea. I mean, if say I wanted to go back down there and train for like a year and a half and become super powerful, and then come back out, would it still be the same moment
You
in time?
mean
Yet
like the Goku effect?
that is correct.
Right.
That is exactly
I
what I
heard
was
that.
thinking.
yo.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if there are any ill effects from the time we spent in
Go
there?
ahead and roll an Arcana check.
No need, JB. I can tell you that your crow's feet are getting a little deeper, it seems like. So you probably want to start moisturizing, and I'm pretty sure that came from the stress of down there. Yeah.
34.
34. It was such. You were down there for maybe 2 hours, talking, investigating. But according to Miku, and your own sense of where the sun in the sky is, and even by your clock, which you didn't. I mean, it's the time is still accurate, according to your pocket watch.
Okay. Can I make a nature check to see if I have to pee at the same rate that those 2 hours would have been?
Sure. Go ahead
His
and
old
roll.
age, he's
Go ahead and
becoming
roll a
continent.
medicine check.
Medicine.
He's got a shrinking
Not
bladder.
my favorite.
Wait, does this mean that I could stay down
7.
there and attune things?
Do I have to pee?
Forever.
I don't remember last time I peed. I don't know.
This game would be a lot different if you had to roll bathroom breaks.
You did used to prestidigitate everything.
You don't seem to feel yourself having to urinate.
I'm
You
parched. That's
just-
all I know.
You just took a little stop previously to being ambushed. Remember, this is the same day as having been ambushed by the Kendim.
Mm-hmm.
Two of who their corpses are just kind of dissolved puddles of blackness on the ground
Yummy.
around the wagon remains.
There's leftovers?
Just like, essentially, just like the silhouettes
Eat that up.
of their bodies on the ground.
So if time moves, let's just say slower down there, do we think we could put the body and someone in there together, and then we could all travel, and then we don't have to worry about him waking up until we get to where we're going?
Or he wakes up there in 3 days later, which is in no time here.
Well, that could be a problem.
Like, It seems like a time conundrum. Do you not see? I mean, it's you here, but he's there, and he could be years ahead, and we could still be instant. I don't know. That's too much for my mind to handle.
Like, who's 3 days?
Killian, roll an insight check.
Okay. What could we convince the gnome to let us lock this guy in one of those vaults
22.
for a key?
So you do recall that Keyshawn watched you the entire time
Mm-hmm.
and left for a time and returned.
Yes.
And your sense is that you were allowed in this space because he allowed you to be.
Oh.
So no free eternal training.
So do you think like you could be shunted out if you were unwelcome?
We'll just bring.
Well, I also don't know if he'll just let anybody down there, general. So.
Well, we know we've got something that he wants.
Well, let's not mess with a good thing.
I just say we should probably hustle to the guy who can actually end all this. We've seen him do it. Yeah, let's. You good with that?
All right, let's tie up the corpse first.
Well, I'm gonna look through everything that's going on the floor here. There's nothing. There's nothing in the silhouette.
Everything was completely dissolved, including their laser swords.
Can I look at the footprints of any of these Kandim and memorize what it looks like?
Sure.
Specifically the ones that ran
10
away.
and a half.
Roll an investigation check.
Did I use a 5th level spell while we were?
25.
25.
Never got that bad.
You watched where they ran. It's weird. There's no footprints, and you look around and there's no footprints anywhere.
They have those. They have those boots that.
You know
Boots of
what?
elven kind.
Yeah, that this guy.
Oh, I
had.
thought you meant Eskimo
Rubius
boots
had,
that
I think
displace
he
your
had
foot over a large surface area.
Snowshoes. They call them in the north.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not. No, magical boots of quiet.
So you-
Which one got away?
That makes
Obi-Wan?
more sense.
So I think his name was Obi-2.
Obi-2, copyright.
I like when
And
I like the
Lieutenant Revis.
He's what?
2 of them got away. Okay.
Also,
Lieutenant Revis. So we're retconning the names.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan.
we got an email from the old Lucas.
Did we? No. Oh, that'd be a cease and desist. We should print that.
Official document.
New villain, Rorge.
they
Signed by
don't
Disney.
deal with things that are
Roach
less than
Lucas.
pimples on the ass of.
Schmucks.
Why
Of
did
the
they do
industry.
Keep calling us
7, 8,
schmucks.
9
That's what
then?
we are.
Yeah, wait, did you call us schmucks in the intro today?
Yep.
Yeah.
you did.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Unfortunately.
I felt bereft.
So are we now ass pimples from now on?
Like the T-Rex.
Prehistoric pimples. that's
Rubius
cool.
would know the ass pimples of a T-Rex if you recall.
But he's sure.
So
just
you continue on through the rest of the day.
stating for the record that we hog tie Luke's body completely.
I'll do it.
It's almost like mummified
Yeah.
in rope.
Now that
with his hands like this.
Gets his
sword back.
Yes.
He can't ignite it.
Oliver's
Except
missing
for-
his land ship,
Except
so
for
he...
Bart's the one that's like starting to do it, and the end that has the light. So I'm like, no, this one. And then he
Got it.
does
Also, does he have any distinguishing marks / tattoos on his body? Just
Are
out
you
of
stripping
curiosity.
his corpse?
I will. Mariska will.
All right, roll an investigation check.
Have some decency, woman.
Very close with her.
While they're
Goodness
doing this,
gracious.
I now have the.
It's cold out here. Don't judge him.
Oh, 20.
I was in the pool.
20.
Yeah.
In fact, he does.
It looks like an Iron Throne.
Wouldn't that be funny?
There is one marking in particular that seems unique. It is it looks to be a brand that has almost like a triangle with the sides are not connected. It's like 3 sides of a triangle, and there are swords crossed through
Like in the
the
triangle?
openings of where the swords kind of come together in the pinnacle and are out in the base, right? So think like an equilateral triangle, right? Cross through it at the base. And in the center of that looks to be a scar. With the you rolled over a 20.
I rolled a 20.
Okay.
But I mean, I rolled over a 20.
Well, you got 20, which was the key. You note the position of this mark is directly over his heart. There are no other scars on his body but for the wounds that you yourselves gave him. This seems to have been there from previous. Around that triangular symbol is what looks to be, again, almost like a brand, some sort of odd runes, all in a circle around it. Again, it's kind of over where his heart would be.
Hey, I stripped him naked because I thought we should. I don't know why not. And he has this. Don't judge me. He has this mark on his chest over his heart. I assume it has something to either do with the Kendim or Pain Cursed, but I probably. Ray, do you want to? Who's the artist in this group?
Morthos just rolled a 19 on his history check, but he remembered that Eli talked about the way they originally died, and that was a scar that he took with him.
Yes, you would recall that Eli, the only thing on his body that remained when he would regenerate, and in fact when he did regenerate the one time that you witnessed, when he went from being kind of old, gruff Eli to clean-cut Eli. You were old Eli before that.
Yeah.
Was where the sword, the broken sword that he himself carried, pierced through. And his was very much what looked to be a slash. This looks to be circular.
So lightsaber.
It's like a lightsaber.
Why over his heart?
Well, if I recall from what Eli told me, I imagine that is how he died the first time, and that is why, as he came back, you guys were asleep, but his lightsaber reappeared in his hand. Eli had a sword the same way that would reappear when he died, and it matched the same scar that he said was the scar from when he originally died by that same sword.
Over the heart too?
Yeah, did your friend Eli have these runes around it?
No, not that I ever recall.
JB, what do these runes mean? Can you read them?
As I'm going over to look at them, I'll say, so does it seem like there's multiple sects of these pain cursed?
Sects? Sects?
Sects.
What we're talking about?
Different organizations,
in my opinion,
created by different people, perhaps?
I don't know enough. I know that the hags have definitely created a couple of pain cursed, but whether there are more created by others, I do not know. The pain cursed that we encountered always seemed to stay to themselves, per se. They weren't necessarily a group. I think because the majority of them just wanted to kill each other, but that's...
As one would, yes.
Totally fair.
Now.
Makes sense.
It's like family.
I'm almost to the runes. I'll be there in 1 second.
That's all right.
When we get to Mount Toro, there's no reason why we shouldn't trade whatever it would take to learn as much information that he knows as possible.
I agree.
After he kills this one. Because then he'll know more, right?
Well, if I recall from Eli said he learned the memories of whoever he killed. So, yes, I believe Mount Toro would learn the memories of Luque.
To an extent.
To an extent.
It would depend on which characteristic he chose to hone
so it wasn't like
on.
he remembered his whole kind of life story.
There was like, okay, you could do this, this, or this.
Gotcha.
And each one had specific knowledge associated with it.
All right. I got it.
And then I would agree. Yes. I believe you've said that before, and so it could be very useful to us. But Yes, I'll inspect this thing on this guy's chest.
Okay, please.
Or I will Arcana. She asked me about the runes in particular, whatever.
Yep.
Since I'm doing this, I will cast Exceptional Wit and roll. 37.
Jeez. You know nothing.
You know, DMs out there. When you allow your...
I made this rune. I was the one who did that.
He's like, oh wait, you just gotta rub
I
it
know
out.
exactly what this is.
When you
There we
allow
go,
your
it's
Vedalken
broken.
to have exceptional wit, it can
Break the game.
and give him expertise therein.
Well,
Is
didn't you
his
let,
form
didn't you
of
let his
activating-
intelligence go up to 22 as well?
Yeah,
On
but
one.
I didn't. I mean, that just happened.
I mean, it didn't have to. You could have said nothing. Nothing happens.
I mean, let's be real. So he would have rolled a 36 instead.
Wait, does exceptional wit have a somatic component?
It's none of your business.
Yeah, but I'm curious if you like smack your head to activate it or something. Like, how do you do it?
So the runes.
There's a word.
The runes are not actually magical runes. They are an old, very ancient script of Elvish
Wait, do I read that?
that is many generations removed from present day Elvish.
Okay.
And it is interlocking. The Elvish script and letters are interlocking with a Draconic script, as well as some sort of
Hey, I did that.
giant
Of course.
script.
Mm-hmm.
And tiefling script.
And it's unique. It's clear that these languages form the base of what this says, but it is written in a way that is seemingly referencing something. Something very ancient, very old, and it's unclear if it's even from the Forgotten Realms.
So, have I seen this writing before?
You've seen present-day amalgamations of Elvish and Draconic and Giant, but nothing like this.
Okay.
Kind of synergized in this way.
I say this is, it's interesting. It's a language I don't know, of course. I don't know many. I doubt that if I were to utilize this scroll here of comprehend languages, it would work. Because this is not a language that is tapped into the weave that I know of. It can't, I've never heard of it activating any spells I know of. However, it's ancient, older than any of our people that I know of. So something powerful has done this.
Just once, I'd love to encounter like really young magic. You know, like, oh, it just popped into being.
I know everything about it.
Yeah, we've been there since the start.
The old Elvish.
Yep.
Seeing as going back in Tabaxi history, they were slave traded by the elves of the north.
Yep.
Would any of that script be handed down in the Tabaxi tribes?
Well, you are specifically slave traded by Drow.
Yeah, dark elves.
So they used a form of Elvish script referred to as Undercommon. And you kind of glance over JB's shoulder while he's investigating it, and it doesn't really strike you as familiar.
Fair enough.
So you tie up the body, and you continue on till nightfall.
While
Yes.
after we're doing this, I'm just gonna do I'm gonna take out the watch, like on our way walking.
Okay.
And kind of separate myself a little bit again, but not overly like just remembering and pondering things as I look at the watch and and kind of be in a prayer type mode of that grief again. And I'll as I look at the front and see the line on the watch. Oh, I miss that goofy head Rubius and his mustache. Man, I know line that, man, this death thing can't be part of this original creation. If you were here, you could have done it. You could have brought him back. You could have resurrected him, given him life. That's got to be at the heart of who you are. And tears start to fall. Oh, Lion, I need you here. This brokenness is hard. And yet I am thankful for those around me and even this watch that I completely forgot about.
That was 500 gold he got for you?
Yeah.
The kindness the innocence that Rubius had is something that I hope I can strive for, and may this watch be a remembrance of him and of you more often. And with that, I'll open it and start to kind of really look at it more in depth.
Okay. As you're riding on your cart, with Bill kind of knowing that he needs to follow your party ahead of you, you're able to take the time that you need to effectively attune to it. Roll a religion check.
I hate that rolls so
really
bad
low.
on these. Yeah,
Really
it's
low.
real low.
With
You have,
advantage.
like, what is your
Alright.
modifier in religion?
I'll give you advantage on it.
+1.
That's it?
Yeah.
Religion's intelligence.
Why is religion not wisdom?
I know.
That's weird.
4. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
That sucks.
The DC was a 3. Thanks.
The wind picks up around you, and there's something reassuring about it. But beyond that, you kind of continue on. You feel your momentary sadness comforted by that breeze, that still small breeze. The zephyr, if you will. And you continue on. You reach nightfall. Who is taking the first watch?
How many days since he died has it been?
You are...
This is the
In the first
This
days.
is the night of the day he died.
Yes.
We got so much time.
You got 3 more days to go.
Morthos will take the first watch.
And I'll take the second.
Yeah, so you're technically finishing the first day after the day he died.
Yeah, because he died at night.
Yeah.
and
Like
we're about to go.
around
So we
into
got 2
that.
more
Yeah.
days.
Yep, so you got
Yeah.
2 more days.
Still so much time.
Was it on the third day or 3
So
days
this is
later?
you're completing
3 days exactly.
On the third day is different than 3 days later.
you're completing the 4th day after his original death.
Okay.
So who took the first watch?
Morthos.
Morthos. What'd you roll?
Perception?
Yeah.
18.
As you have camped out along the road, you have grown accustomed to running across undead at various points of your journey.
Oh boy.
At this point, you are all strong enough to deal with them pretty handily. You don't see any sign of any purple specters, which you are particularly mindful of, knowing what they can do to resurrect the undead. You hear a bit of rustling around you, and you pay attention to it with your dark vision. Nothing seems to materialize from the direction in which you hear it. And you can certainly investigate if you choose to, but that's kind of happens through the night. It's a relatively the storm has passed because it was raining through all of that. Now it's just kind of heavy cloud cover, kind of like the aftermath of a storm that's still in the area, but not necessarily raining down upon you. You complete your watch, and Killian or whoever is taking the second watch. Yeah, go ahead and
33.
33.
That's a crit.
Are you rolling with disadvantage because of?
No, I have dark vision.
You do have dark vision now. Forgot about that.
Suck on that.
You rolled a crit.
He saw the
Nothing
possibility
happened,
of them coming.
Well,
you had to roll a crit.
in
No way.
technically, never mind.
We're being scryed on.
No.
Yes.
Why are you
Technically,
Always.
technically you have disadvantage on
Every
perception
time he
in
says
darkness.
a DC check that had to get a crit,
Well,
you're
he's never
always
played
the
that.
one that does it.
Yeah. It's with dark vision. I haven't been making. If people have dark vision, I don't make you roll disadvantage in darkness, even though it's technically only out 60 feet. So at the edge of your dark vision, there is kind of a copse of trees, and you think there's an odd shape in the silhouettes of the trees. It's very difficult to tell. It's just the tree itself is
Is it a deer?
is kind of the trunk. It's in the trunk near the base. It seems a little bit oblong, almost like there's like burl or something like that, kind of growing out, like the tree has an infection of some sort.
Tree ants? Tree beard.
It just strikes you as it's just not the natural form of the tree.
Hold on. It's 60 feet away?
On the edge of that, yeah. Okay. So you can't really, it's really just you see this weird shape. That's all you make out. No color, nothing like that.
I will... I'll stealth up 30 feet.
Roll a stealth check. 21.
Good rolls.
Except for when it matters.
Yeah, right.
It's cocked.
I mean, it does matter now. But.
We'll see.
As you start moving forward, you watch as the shape seems to retract behind the tree.
Ew!
So I cast Speak with Plants, and I ask the tree what's near it.
Hey, buddy.
What's the
30 feet.
30 feet.
What's the tree sound
You
like?
talk.
Yeah, you can
You
talk
talk
to
to this tree. This tree is.
How there? Do you have what's going on around you?
It just
Something.
I'm imagining it's in my head, right?
What's going on inside your trunk?
It doesn't really talk like a, well, unless this
Oh,
tree's
that
a
junk
smart tree.
inside your trunk.
It just responds like one word, right? Or like ideas.
Well,
in
how
your
old is
head.
the tree?
Like the tree experienced this, so it feels.
No, it says it's limited sentience and animation, giving the ability to communicate with you and follow your simple commands. You can question about events in the spell area within the past day, gaining information about creatures that have passed, weather, and other circumstances.
Yep.
Yes, it's moved.
The tree, and this, I'm going to say that this is happening kind of telepathically.
Right, I would assume it would
interacting
have to be.
with your unique ghost-wise features for a halfling as you kind of cast the spell. And with the overlap of your druidic knowledge and general affinity for nature, you get a picture of, in your mind, with an accompanying words. And you see first the image of a man, what looks to be almost like a farmer, with plain clothes, and you hear the words "like this," and then the image changes to a zombie with wounds around through its body in kind of heavy armor. And you hear 3 more words. Also like this. And then you see the picture of a woman who is almost running through a field with a long cape kind of fluttering off her back. And again, you hear, also like this.
These are the things that's passed it over the last often, I would guess.
And then
Those are during the day,
one
or-
final image,
Okay.
and it shows the farmer and the zombie and the woman, and then it overlaps them. This.
Zombie farmer woman.
And then
Zombie
the
farmer woman.
and then the image stops.
Naturally. I say go attack it.
Solo.
It's time for your solo.
I
bonus
telepathy JB and Ollie to wake them up.
I guess you could scream them awake in their minds.
Hello? Hello? Shh.
Do your screaming voice.
Does it require a willing creature?
I don't.
Because JV really
I
likes
think
his
you
sleep.
just have to be able to see
I
it
think I just have to
and
see it.
share the language.
Yeah.
What is it?
I
sorry.
was finally having one of those good dreams.
Sorry to wake you. There's something.
All kinds of words and books and stuff.
There's something odd about up here,
Nerd.
and I just wanted you guys to be awake in case I die. Okay?
Oh,
If you hear me screaming, come and help.
What-
Wake
what are you-
everybody else and come.
are we dreaming
What
right
the?
now?
I say, what have you seen?
Oh, it's like a zombie farmer woman.
You saw a woman farming?
A zombie.
A dead woman farming.
I
she
saw.
was playing zombie.
Hold on. Sorry.
He was-
I know it's confusing.
He was sleeping.
There's something behind this tree up here.
Oh, like a squirrel?
No, like a figure that's hiding from us.
Like a squirrel?
Well, let
Like
me,
a sentient
oh,
being.
All right.
Ha-
Is it a deer?
what do you
At
mean
least
hiding?
I think.
What do you mean hiding?
Well, I
from
saw it, and then I got up to investigate a little bit, got closer, and it hid, effectively.
Well, did you scare it?
No, I was very stealthy.
So wait, are those the only two
so
who are awake?
So you're having these two conversations in their heads at the same time.
Yes, very
All right.
talented.
Yeah,
With my
you're exceedingly talented.
We're doing 20
telepath.
questions from like 30 feet away. Just
As
looking
I'm
at each other.
I looked at them and then I turned away so I can.
What's that scene in Mean Girls when she's on the phone and she's like, Gretchen, and she's like
Yeah.
insulting her?
I haven't
Alright,
seen it
I'll come
move
out.
or anything. Just keep watch. Thanks. Then I will.
I will change into.
A zombie farmer would? Can you do that
I will
yet?
change into an owl and fly up into the tree that hit it and look down on it.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
I think I keep my perception, right? No?
I think you use the... whatever. Go ahead and keep your perception.
23.
Owls have a plus something to their...
Yeah, I think they have advantage on,
yeah,
on
something
sight.
like that.
At night. Okay.
At night.
I mean, I'll look it up. Hold on, let me look it up.
I mean, owls do be out here seeing things.
But the sight doesn't matter. There's nothing there. It's evident. But you rolled a 23?
Yeah.
There's an interesting smell, though you can't quite tell from up here.
Actually, I don't think owls can smell it. Watch
It's
the
an
documentary.
interesting smell that I can't smell from here.
You can't quite make out. It's the faintest hints from where you are in the tree.
So I'll circle the tree, not like close to it, but at a distance, because the shape of the tree was weird too. So I don't.
Well, the base of it had a weird shape,
It's a
like
secret hideout.
near the trunk.
Yeah. Well.
Are the rest of us sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'll telepathy because JB's keeping watch. I'll telepathy Oliver to come check it out.
Okay.
Do you want me to look like someone else?
What am I supposed to do?
Again, if something goes awry, wake everybody up so we can kill this thing.
What? Well, okay. Well, I can't see like past you, so I
That's
don't...
fine. I'm not going any further.
Oh, okay.
Whatever happened at this tree.
Oh no, I mean I can't see past you when you were right in front of me.
Oh, well, I'll yell. I told you that.
Okay, I'm ready.
I got your back. If you hear something,
Concentrating on your
hearing.
mind spike spells.
Well, I would just stealth up here. There's a weird smell.
That
I
might
can't
be
quite
me.
tell. As I fly around the base, do I see anything? In a like kind of.
You see grass.
What's happening?
Oliver, you make your way up. Go ahead and roll perception. You go to the tree, I presume?
Yeah, I come out of my. As he comes up, I'll come out of my owl
Okay.
form and be.
So you're both standing at the base of the tree.
17.
Oh, sick and tired
You
of
both catch the scent that is fading of brimstone, of
I smell fire. Would I have...
I know it's a hag.
I have the Cape of the Montebank in my bag. Is this a familiar smell?
It's a familiar smell to Killian, because he's the one who used it.
Well, we were all there when Morthos got kidnapped.
Yeah, you distinctly made the
Okay,
the
yeah.
sulfur.
Okay, you would you would both be familiar with that smell, kind of an ozone-y, brimstone-y, ashy type smell, fiery, smoky. It's quickly fading.
Stony,
Okay.
ashy, fiery,
Oh,
smoky.
I think
That's a candle right there.
Yeah.
someone was here,
We
and
call
then
it
they
evil essence.
poofed away. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. Why?
I'll just ask the tree again.
Gone now.
Just shows the image of a puff of smoke.
Yeah.
Wait. Ask it who puffed the smoke, like immediately before.
I'll ask that, but it'll probably be the.
There's
Zombie
no way it
farmer
was a
woman.
zombie farming woman.
Farmering?
Shows the picture of a black silhouette crouching.
The tree doesn't have night vision?
It doesn't have eyes.
That's fair.
And I
All
don't
the
have
images
any
that it showed you before were in daylight.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Tree. Oliver, I think if you guys want to head back to sleep, I'm sorry for rousing you. I'll keep the rest of the watch for now. I think we'll say somebody was watching us, but they're not here anymore.
You think they're gone or they're just invisible now.
I think they're gone. It smelled like when we used that cloak, that kind of poof smell, brimstone. It's a fading smell too. I don't think they're still around, but I'll keep an eye out. If you want to stay up, you can, but you can't see. So
I don't know what cloak you're talking about.
Oh,
the cloak of Badonkadonk.
The bonk, the one we used to kidnap.
Covers your derriere.
Oh,
Captain
the messed up cloak.
Yeah, the one you fixed.
Sure, but that would mean that it's whoever that is still here.
Within
500 feet or something.
If it's a typical cloak.
Hold on. Well,
I
can figure this out.
Yeah.
I'll just. Do I know enough information? So as long as you've seen such a creature up close. The creature is described or named in different
While
forms.
Killian's figuring out what he's going to do.
I was gonna try to do locate creature to see if it was nearby.
We're gonna do a giveaway. So if you would like your opportunity to win those dice, then please type into the chat right now, exclamation point, hide and seek. Spell it all out, hide and seek, exclamation point, hide and seek for your chance to win those dice. If we get 5 new subscriptions this evening, we will give away that black dragon that you see rotating there. And if we get 20 new subscriptions, we will give away this really cool double-headed dragon. Would encourage you to stick around, because when those guys are unlocked, we will give them away.
Why does he?
And we would also invite you to join us on Discord. If you haven't joined us there yet, you can see the link in the chat. We would love for you to join that community and be a part of things. So you cast Locate Creature.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
Hey, I can do that too.
1,000 feet. Describe the name of creature.
What do you describe in your spell?
I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't cast it because I know I wouldn't be able to describe it well enough.
Yeah, so it's describe or name a creature that is familiar to you.
Yeah, I can also do like a nearest creature of a specific kind, like a human or a...
What if you do,
I think that you would know that you don't quite have the knowledge to... It would be a shot in the dark.
What if he tries to locate the nearest schmuck? Would that work? Could we sort by schmucks? It is Halloween month. It's Halloween month. This is gonna be so much fun.
Nothing was left around that area.
Nope.
I hope so.
Well, you can roll investigation.
Let's do it.
I have final girl energy, I've been told. Who's whispering?
17.
You have nothing that you really see.
Alright.
Oh, whoa, cool.
Yep, that's it. Finish my watch.
Thank you, Vamp Wickman, for the gifted subs. Really appreciate that. And we have unlocked the Black Dragon, which is worth about $20. So we're gonna give that guy away now that he has been unlocked. So thank you. Stick around. We will do that again. Thank you for those gifted subs, Vamp Wickman.
That's a cool name.
All right. Okay. The rest of the evening goes by without issue. Please roll a D8 for me. I think we have rolled if I remember correctly, we've rolled a 3 and a 7 and an 8.
6
at least.
Oh my god.
You rolled a 6.
I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 6?
Magic beam.
So this time it's the same pen beam, but twice the amount. And they're all riding dragons.
You continue on. The day remains overcast and cloudy.
Oh, so we long rested?
Do I? So.
Yes.
Okay.
You move throughout the day, and I need everyone to roll a perception check.
You're gonna have to.
Does
tell me
anything
what my
happen with
modifier is.
my?
Hey, do you have a spell that you can
Clarinet.
change the weather?
Just down.
15.
Not active.
I know.
Perception?
Perception, please.
Does anything happen with my watch? Do we want to describe that?
Not yet.
Okay. Ew. 23.
Ew, 23.
19.
11. Ew, 11. That's what you should say. Not 23.
I got an 11 too.
It can't be lower than
Hey!
a 23.
Huh?
It can't be lower than a 23.
Oh, you suck.
All right, those of you who rolled above a 10,
Yeah! We out here seeing.
though it is overcast, in the distance to the southeast of where the direction you are traveling east along the road, the way of the Manticore. So to the southeast, you begin to see peeking up above the trees and disappearing into the clouds what looks to be a rock formation that's jagged and kind of the top of which just disappears into the clouds. As you go throughout the day and the mist begins to burn off from the sun and this rainstorm seems to pass, well, really it was a thunderstorm, seems to pass, you see what looks to be a jagged, the top of it emerge, jagged rock formation in the distance. Miku points it out to you and says,
That's the Cragged Tooth. I was there and I climbed it a bit, well, not very high, but a bit high enough. Then I saw
What did you see?
it.
What's it?
A dragon.
I saw the flying thing.
A bird.
No, the dragon, Ollie. Come on.
It could have
just messing
been.
with
It
you.
could have been. I don't know though. It was far away.
and while he's describing what he saw, those of you who rolled above a 15
Darn it! No!
see around the Cragged Tooth something flying. Very, very, very small. It's clear that there's something flying around,
Oh, that's a
flying about
bird.
it.
Look how small it is.
How far away is it?
It looks to be probably another day's travel.
Okay.
And so then, in the middle of the third day, you would, according to Miku as he continues to talk, one more day on the roads, and then you start breaking south towards the Cragged Tooth, which is where Maltoro said he would meet you.
All right. What about those who rolled over 20?
Nothing for this. Nothing for you. Your perception, by the way, is +5, Bart.
Oh, he got it up now.
Is it still
12.
Is it still
So, go ahead and ask your question. I'm sorry.
cloudy and stormy out?
That has now been burned away. It's the sun has burned through. It is now clear skies. The clouds are about, but it's normal cloud cover. The other thing, as you go throughout the day, that you notice, there is what looks to be an inn that you pass, and you've passed several kind of structures along the way. This one, most of them were boarded up, and this one is not boarded up. And it is burned down.
Now, is it burned down, or is there like stone metal that's melted?
roll a perception check.
Meaning,
also how fresh.
I'm going for. Did it burn
enough?
down, or was it hot enough that, like, from a dragon, that it would have melted?
And how fresh is it?
Right.
Still warm.
I'll guidance you.
Is this something we need to investigate together, Mr. Mothos?
25.
Nope.
There is no smoke or any sort of sign of it having been recent. Although it is quite soaked from the rain that have recently passed through. It is rubble. It does not look terribly old, like it was ancient ruins by any stretch. So there is the burned building. You also find. We rolled 25.
25.
Yes. My favorite place he made. It's like I didn't want to give all the way, but you make me.
You find several piles of ash outside of the building.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
Like in the courtyard.
Like people fleeing.
Within, and they are distinct piles of ash. And
turned around and looked at the city when they weren't supposed to look at the city?
Like people-shaped ash?
No, they are, well, we don't know what they could be. And in the center is another pile of ash. And you see all of this from a distance. So there's maybe, it's hard to tell with 25, maybe 8 to 10 piles of ash around the outside of a certain radius. And in the center, there is another pile of ash as well.
Do you see these piles? Look at that's like a pile of ash.
How far away are we?
You have kind of stopped your little caravan. There is a stone fence that's pretty close to the road. There was a signpost that is also burned, so there's don't know what it said. The fence itself was still intact, and it's closed.
That'll stop us.
Can't get in.
Nope.
You're standing outside of the rock fence, and you kind of observe all of this, maybe 30 feet in the courtyard, and then another 10 to 20 feet beyond is the burned out in tavern.
Mr. Malthus, maybe Miss Sola wouldn't mind to fly around.
I was just thinking the same thing. There's something strange. I think it is worth.
I feel like we should stop asking her though.
A closer look.
Bunch of people spring cleaning, put their stuff in the yard, and someone's cow kicked over a lamp, burnt the whole place down.
Oh.
That looks very unfortunate.
Your theory.
Great
theory.
Gone forever.
Right.
So Morthos will bring Sola out, and he will send her over.
Which version of her?
It's the one that I can see through.
Radiant or shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go
You
radiant.
go to
Middle of the day.
ash piles, and go ahead and roll an investigation check. Yeah.
Can I guidance Sola through him or no? Did we talk about this? I don't remember. If I can, I would have.
She's
I just can't remember
fleshy.
if we've ever tried it.
Or can be.
If she's fleshy, you can guidance her. Yeah.
I didn't say that.
But you have to guidance Sola. Then.
Sola, okay.
22 for investigation.
Nice.
You look through Sola's eyes, and the center ash pile is intermingled with what looks to be blood of some sort. And what looks to be a large kind of torn fabric. And you can't really interact with it as Sola, but that's what you see kind of almost next to, not within, but next to the central ash pile.
There is something red. No, wait. It might be blood. by the center one. And I'm not sure if that is clothing or a fabric of some type. I'm not sure, but I'm almost positive this is blood around the center one. And with that, he kind of comes back and goes, something is not right here.
Did you see any footprints in the dust around? Any distinctive marks or?
I believe we would have to get closer and take a look.
Well, is it worth us stopping, or should we keep moving?
Well, we're close enough to the tower. What are we expecting at this tower?
Dragons!
Seems what do
like
dragons usually do?
They burn things.
Hoard treasure,
Okay.
stake
So
claims.
clearly this was a defensive move to the dragon, just maintaining its territory, yes?
Do the ash piles look like they are random? I guess that would have been good.
The way he described it to me sounded like they were
around something.
Circular around the center
I'm just
one.
wondering, could it be some sort of sick ritual?
Yeah, I mean, we seem to come upon lots of those.
I just want somebody to go over and sit in the DM chair for a hot second. Just pretend with that
just
giant
look at his
camera.
notes.
Yeah.
If you're over there.
Notes.
This is all made up.
Notes
on the spot.
That's cooking. That's just something I'm thinking. Random. I would agree with you, Mr. JB. Probably a dragon attack, but like if it looks like, I don't know, like an ash hole or circle. I've been waiting the whole time to try to get that in there. If it looks like it was set up for some reason, then that is even more intriguing, because I'm still with you with dragon. But why the hell would
you
it
mean
happen?
like a ritual?
Yeah,
like the cult, that dragon cult.
Because we did learn that. I
What
think
if they have an altar though?
What that could be the thing in the middle.
Yeah, it also could have been.
Does that ash look different than the other ash?
Well, we got to go in
We're
there.
30 feet away.
Are there any
let's go
footprints
check.
in and out? Hold on. Are there any,
so, yeah.
any footprints in and out?
JB and Bart start
Of
walking
the
in.
gate?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Me and
Yeah, we're gonna
Bart
go.
start walking in.
Let's keep it quick. Okay. Yeah.
We're just gathering intel.
You make your way in.
I cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. You are all going stealthily then?
Yep.
You can roll your stealth checks.
We add 10, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Oh, a crit. 38.
Hey, me too. But I didn't crit.
23.
I got you all.
25.
43.
Wow.
And I didn't crit.
Wow.
Why are you guys gonna step on my thunder?
30 for me. So.
Okay, you stealth up. I now need each of you to roll perception checks.
Unnatural 20.
2.
6.
12.
I'm looking at right what's in front of me.
26.
I trip over an ash pile and go face first.
So sneaky, but also can't.
1.
I hope it's dead people, Ash.
You
Oh, I got my math.
you all begin to make your way up,
Slimy yet
and
satisfying.
Killian,
Mm-hmm.
Kill Diddy.
there is an outbuilding that has not been burned down. It's a small little stable.
Mm-hmm.
It's open, but there's a kind of a post for hitching, and even some hay that remains for whatever animals would have been there. This catches your eye because you feel like you saw some movement behind it.
You're the king of seeing movement.
Yeah.
But nothing but movement, just the briefest out of the corner.
Butt movement?
Yes,
Try the ash.
We are in
There
the
is
middle of
some
an ash.
twerking
it was the cape of the badonkadonk.
That's right. That's right.
It does
And
give the wearer extreme
you
charm.
hear
Extreme
Yes.
thickness.
What do I hear?
something overhead.
Yes!
Dragoons.
But I don't see anything. Like if I look up,
It's
pretty
like
far
the
away.
flapping of wings.
Oh boy.
You also see
Bad juju.
that there is the torn fabric on the center seems to be, it's laying kind of flat on the ground, but there's a depression underneath it, as if there's something under it.
How flat?
Okay, so
like laid flat?
So you hear flapping.
Yep.
You see a stable with some movement behind it. You see something under the fabric in front of you.
Moving or just underneath.
Just under it.
Do we still have the
Are we in any cover right now?
ethereal horse?
You are
Like amongst
in
some
your
rubble?
pass without trace.
Just have elven cloaks on.
You do not have elven cloaks. Bill the Burrow has been parked outside the stone wall.
He's dead for sure.
Is the ethereal horse
He
still
just
with
got
us?
picked up as
The
a snack.
ethereal horse has you have been riding the ethereal horse.
Grelef.
Like Gandalf.
Her name's Grelef.
The gray, of course.
Yes,
I'm not
I
worried.
never remember her name. What is
Because I wanted to ride her.
Did you want to? Marishka's riding.
Yeah.
What is her name? I forget.
Grelef.
Grelef. That's right.
Wait, don't take my horse.
You take
Like-
turns. You take turns.
You're both on side
So-
saddles.
We'll ride
Both
together.
These are all the things that you perceive,
God.
Killian, with your 26. You said right.
Yep, 26.
Morthos, you also you did not note the movement. You hear flapping in the distance. You can't tell if it's coming or going, but you hear something flapping.
I telepathy Morthos. Movement. And I point.
It seems to be getting closer.
The flapping.
Yes.
Are you gonna tell
Now
me?
that a moment has passed.
Yeah. I quickly.
Dude, I can respond to you, right?
Yeah, I quickly tell. I before you
hear
can
it?
respond.
Something is
Yeah.
coming.
You're all
everybody
stealth. You're all stealthed.
I'm looking up.
Let's take cover.
I
So-
like,
Whatever the first overhang we can get to.
The first overhang is the stable, though Bill is in the road.
That's alright.
Bill, it was good knowing.
Yeah.
Everyone,
I run to
Run
the
to the-
How far
to the
away are we
stable.
from the?
center pile of ash.
Morthos just
How far
takes
away
off.
from the center pile of
I'm
ash?
following Morthos.
About
There's
20
movement over there.
feet. That's in the opposite direction of the stable.
How far away?
Wait, you see movement down, not just
There's
up?
something over by the stable.
Yeah.
There's movement there.
Back to the
and
road?
there's-
So
yeah.
cover
Okay.
quickly,
So
cover.
the center ash pile is okay then.
Bill and then I look at Bill and I call him with
Okay.
How do you
telepathy.
I run to the center pile.
You run to the
And I
center pile.
inspect it.
Okay, you are out in the open.
And
You have-
without
you
a
have-
pace trace.
You have left the pass without a trace area as they've
20
gone
feet?
to the stable.
You said 20 feet, right?
But they've gone to
We've
the
moved to the
stable.
stable.
He's going to
Oh,
the stable.
I thought you called Bill.
I did as
To the
I,
stable.
as I'm calling him to the
Oh,
stable.
I'm not.
I-
If
I
they're
only
going
need
to the
s-
stable, nobody said they're going to the stable. That I
They are.
remember.
They
Yeah,
seem to be
I
going.
said take cover.
Isn't that where the
That's the only
movement
cover.
was?
So Bill
Yeah,
starts.
which I've also said.
Well, dragon.
I'm more worried about the dragon at this point.
We can
Bill,
kill movement.
What is the
Bill
stable gonna do to
begins to
protect
move
us?
towards the stable,
Dragon!
and
Trap our
he
corpses?
is able to kind of pull he and the cart within the stable.
Yeah, I gotta
Um,
teach him how to.
I'm going to take a detour to the ash pile.
Okay,
You do it,
so you all make your way to the stable.
and I immediately tell Oliver and Morthos to go look at where the movement was,
What?
where I thought I saw movement.
Okay, so so you're all in the stable with the exception of JB. The flapping of the wings now you all hear, and it seems to be coming up from the south of the road, so on the other side of the road towards the Cragged Tooth,
Mm-hmm.
and you are unable to see it above the tree line that's there. You get to the center.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Well, can I first cast minor illusion and make it look like I'm like an extension of the ash pile I'm standing next to from the sky? 5 foot extension of pile of ash.
not?
Sure. Are you staying still inside the ash pile?
I'm not in the ash pile. I'm next to it. I'm an extension
Looking
of
like
the
he's
ash
the ash
pile. I'm not
pile.
going in the ash pile.
Okay, so you're standing still within the ash
I will
pile.
be inspecting it closely, but
Okay. Please. Okay.
Oh boy.
Roll investigation.
But first I want to inspect the cloth that he pointed
Yeah,
out.
go ahead and roll investigation.
We'll be fine.
Well, it's only gonna see JB,
30.
so it'll pick him up
30.
and throw him.
There, you look at the cloth, and underneath it, it seems to be kind of a triangular-shaped depression in the cloth. It's not exactly a triangle. But the back of it is kind of round, and it comes down to a rounded point, and then there seems to be almost like a small, much thinner line that kind of goes up around the top of it or the back of it, depending on the orientation. Underneath the cloth. What was your stealth roll without the +10?
Without it?
You are out of the radius now.
13.
13. All right. And now you have cast your minor illusion.
It looks like an ash pile.
You hear the flapping of the wings. You all hear the flapping of the wings. Do you wish to cast any other spells as this approaches you?
This is your last chance to do so.
Yeah. Holy
as
cow.
This character.
Hold on.
I don't think I have anything for you, man.
Or do you wish to do anything else?
Would you be pissed if I cast polymorph on you?
Probably.
Too bad. I got nothing.
That's all I got. That's
No,
all I
I'm looking at this ash pile. What do I know what this is? This depression? Does it look like an egg was there?
No, so the depression is, it's as if the cloth is over it.
Yes.
So it is.
Oh, I didn't lift it up.
You did not lift it up.
Oh.
You didn't tell me. You didn't.
Why did I not lift it up?
You didn't tell me you lifted it up.
You would definitely lift it up.
So when I heard depression, I was thinking something.
No. I mean, there's
something's covering something.
The cloth is
Okay.
covering.
I believe that is an
something
impression.
underneath it.
Understood.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
concave.
An impression. Yeah. Sorry.
Then I would check for magic. Traps of sorts.
Okay. This is from a turn order standpoint. Mechanically, this is your last action before the creature emerges from
the sky,
from beyond the tree line.
The retcon that you just looked at.
You mean over by the shed where they are?
No. The flapping that we heard
From the sky.
from the sky.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's coming towards you.
That's
coming
fine.
towards you.
That's fine. We'll be all right. I'm an ash pile. Yeah, I want to check for it.
Okay, you move the.
Why do you always make fun of us when we do something stupid? And
You move the cloth.
JB can't help himself.
You move the cloth.
Steve can't help himself.
JB's problem.
All right, move the cloth
And-
under it.
We're gonna solve this. We're gonna
And
solve
underneath it, you find a
It's a rock.
black beaded necklace that seems to just have fallen in a pile.
That's from a dead person.
The bottom of which has a blackened skull of a raven.
I've seen that before.
Nice lady.
JB has not seen this before.
Oh.
Wait,
The
what?
real Wolfram is now an ash pile, and
The-
so am I. Amazing.
The two
Wait, Wolfram's
skulls on the side in this picture are not there. There's just one in the center.
Oh.
Oh, the
The fake
simulacrum thing.
Wolfram the Fecum.
I mean, I would grab it.
Wolf from the ineffective.
That's all that's in there?
That's what's there.
So no dragon.
Wow.
Don't worry, it was worth it.
Goodness.
So fake Wolfram was part of the dragon cult.
Well, I
and
can't leave empty-handed.
No, you gotta take it.
So I grabbed
obviously.
the trinket.
Okay, that's
his for about 30 seconds.
This is not working.
You are 0
usually
for 2
I'm better.
today.
That was a flimsy one. At that,
Oh.
you all watch
Can we see what was the movement that we saw while he was doing this?
Oh, we don't care about the movement. We're just gonna watch JB
Yeah.
get torched.
I would have gone and saw.
Oh boy! Oh!
Big dragon.
Well, guys,
It was nice knowing you all.
have a death in the family.
I rolled a
No.
6. You're welcome.
More than one death.
We're fine.
Did I see?
You all watch.
We fought
so,
dragons
So
before.
Morthos and
Died.
Oliver, there's nothing back there.
Okay. The movement that I saw didn't exist.
I mean, there was movement.
We've been dipsy-doo.
There's nothing back there. Roll perception.
I went with. I took them with me. Is what I was saying. So I got
24.
rolled it.
Oh, go ahead. 24. 1. Morthos, you are
Fixated.
fixated on those wings that you have heard for a while now.
Wait, we're all with them, right?
You guys
Oh,
are in the
this is
stable
in the
with
barn.
Bill and Ray and Miku,
I'm in the back
all
of the barn.
crouching, trying to get behind the
Meanwhile, whatever
wagon that
creature is
Bill is
invisible
carrying.
is standing right next to me, just kind of looking at me, and I have no clue.
24.
24,
23.
23, and 1. You two both smell brimstone.
Oh boy.
There it is again.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
As you smell that, you
And I
kind
say,
of,
ooh, pretty.
you
as
hold
I
that
grab-
up. Mirror image has been cast as a giant. Red and black and yellow
Yellow.
dragon
Oh my gosh.
emerges
Yellow.
I cannot believe we're gonna.
over the tree line.
I thought this was next week.
This is the tricolored dragon.
Yes, it is.
Upon its back
Red, yellow, and
sits a purple man.
Oh, okay.
Is he a man?
No! Does he have
Is he a
wonderful
man?
hair?
No, it's red, yellow, black dragon, purple rider.
Well, am I your secretary?
No,
Fine.
my
Amphil.
internet's not
The
working
dragon
well.
Oh.
swoops over
Yes.
all of you.
Oh my gosh.
Don't roll it live.
Wait, what's this thing in
This is
Lord of the
literally
Rings?
yeah. Roll it live because
What
I
are you
need
rolling?
you.
What are
I
you
need
rolling?
you to roll an Arcana check
to
for
see
me.
to see if he sees you and kills you instantly.
Wait, is it a man in purple robes or a
24.
purple man?
Oh. Unless you have a plus 24.
The dragon swoops overhead and begins to make a large circle. You have another action. What do you do?
Is it invisible?
Is what invisible?
Dodge, dip,
You're
dive, and
not
dodge.
invisible.
Dash, double dash.
I know I'm not.
You can be, right? You
This
have
is-
that action that
This
you
is
could
the dragon.
save
Oh
yourself
my
with.
gosh!
That's
so
boring.
cool.
Is it though?
Hold on.
Yes!
Is living boring?
Wait,
Do
so,
I recognize the purple rider?
I'm talking to JB, not.
All right. I have an action.
He looks
I'm
like
gonna-
a small storm giant
That's rude.
to you.
I mean,
Small.
we're-
Is his
we're
hair-
half.
I
Is his
know.
hair coiffed to the wrong
He won't
side?
like-
The hair is perfectly coiffed to the left.
Ooh,
I'm going to
it
cast
worked.
a spell.
Did
Which
it?
may give away my location. I don't know. It's verbal and somatic, but I still have the minor illusion
I
up.
imagine you're
how do you
yelling
spell
at...
quaff?
I'll cast Draconic Senses.
Okay.
First time I'm casting it, but it gives me dark vision for 60 feet and blind sight for 60 feet,
Okay.
and that's all for 8 hours.
Okay. That has
No
been cast.
Concentration.
Huh?
It
That's
circles.
what you went with?
Yes.
Oh,
It circles
dude.
back around.
He's dead.
I need all of you to roll, with the exception of JB. Actually, no, with JB. Another stealth check. You do not add the plus 10.
Still. Why do I
Yeah,
need?
You get.
Oh.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.
All right, give me your rolls.
27.
37.
22.
Oh wait.
29.
20.
32.
30.
Just kidding.
Okay. 20.
We're gonna be
You rolled
stealthily
20?
watching him die.
And I'm covered in ash.
Bear Grylls it. I love it.
Dragon
For a minute.
circles back
Only a minute,
around
though.
and lands
Essentially.
in
This is
the rubble of the inn. It is taking up essentially the entire area.
I love it.
You hear a voice speaking to itself, to the dragon. Whoa, pretty mama.
Yes. How far away is that?
From you,
Uh-huh.
about 20 feet. As you have shifted your mirror image to continue to reflect the ash pile as you are stealthily hiding within.
So this is like in
Let's
Jurassic
see
Park.
if that old fool is still around here.
And
Oh, it's Wolfram.
the dragon kind of sniffs around the ash pile and kind of paws at the cloth
Throw it back.
and picks up the cloth.
How far away is JB from us?
Yeah, that's a good
JB
question.
is about 40 feet from you.
You mean like about the same distance as a Misty Step?
Nope. A little
It's
bit
never gonna
longer.
happen. I will never retreat. I will defeat this dragon solo.
I think Holt tried to do
Bring
it
it.
once.
You
and I'm
know,
pretty sure he
Almost
died.
succeeded.
He died.
Indigestion is a powerful tool against something that can eat you.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, they all need toothpicks, right?
JB's blue because he's poisonous.
It could be
Another
it could be
voice.
like heartburn.
Rings out
Another voice.
from the dragon.
Hmm.
There is something else to the sand.
I'm such a fan.
Not
The
anymore.
figure riding the dragon.
Whoa, slow down there, pretty mama. We only want the old man. Is it there?
Thank God Yanni's dumb.
Another sniff. I need you to roll the most important stealth check of your life.
How close is this thing to me? 10 feet?
5
No?
feet.
Do you have
Right next to me?
Right next to you.
Wait,
Advantages?
Hold on. First.
Wait, we have 2,000 bits?
First,
should we
I
do
will
Oh, he
let
has
you.
3 advantages.
I will let you
advantages.
roll a non-advantaged, unless you have an advantage
He has
to
3
give yourself,
advantages. 3 advantages.
Arcana check
For what?
for the efficacy of your mirror image.
Oh.
Give him back the necklace.
Um,
Throw the necklace back.
I will use advantage. I have to.
You
This is
have
the
3 of them.
greatest my image ever. So I have 2 left. Yikes. 27 for Arcana.
27. Okay. You do not have to roll your stealth check with disadvantage. It is a straight roll. You can choose to give yourself advantage if you have one.
I'll roll my second advantage.
Okay. You all, by the way, see this.
21. 21?
that's without the pass with the traits thing.
That is without pass, without a trace. You are out of the range.
The DC was a 20.
Been getting better at hiding
I knew it.
But he blows his...
It smells bitter.
I pissed myself. Stealthily.
Asparagus.
You're just covering your scent, dude. Makes sense.
Not like the old one.
Is the necklace there?
Are there any? How far away is like a tree line? Anything from us?
There are trees kind of, you are kind of surrounded by a tree line of trees that was behind the inn. You are kind of in the, you are in
I'll be all
the
right.
stable that it was to the side, several feet away from this courtyard in front of the rubble of the
It's gonna
inn.
melt me. That's fine. I'll come back.
JB the white.
I didn't know something.
Is my ring reacting
now
at
we-
all to the presence of either the individual or the dragon?
Blinded.
Just out of curiosity.
It is not, though. Ray, you are seeing very clearly a half storm giant that resembles the image that was shown to you in one of your visions by an unknown storm giant who told you to save her son.
Don't you bait her like this!
So much
Oh,
baiting.
I know.
So much baiting was happening.
And Morthos, you see Yanni plainly before you. Please roll a perception check.
Handsome as ever.
AF.
His hair is 3 colored stripes.
Whopping 1.
Dude,
Oh,
my
Halfling what?
goodness.
Yeah.
How many
Wait, are you too stealthy for him to see?
12.
12.
Oh, wait. 15.
Yeah! Not
15.
much better.
So, you note, interestingly, that his formerly purple eyes have a red glow to them.
Ooh, he's being taken over.
That's all, with a 15, that's all you can see. Or notice.
What about my passive?
Yanni takes a massive hammer.
+2, by the way.
You're the worst.
Kill him!
No, you didn't add that. That does hit me.
From his back, and from it drops a
Jupiter.
maul, which is not held by a chain. It is held by electrical energy.
Oh boy.
What?
And he just kind of swings it, and then he kind of smashes it towards one of the ash piles on the left. And the ash just disappears like...
I wonder what level Yanni is now.
So is Yanni and the dragon, can you kind of describe like where we are versus where are they looking?
They are
versus
looking
where-
at the central ash pile.
So are we kind of
and
off to the side behind?
A piece of fabric that the dragon has kind of picked up between its two fingers and is holding up for Yanni to look at.
I love it. Can you describe which parts of the dragon are which color?
Sure. The primary color of the dragon is red.
Yeah, my brother. Sorry, continue.
Its markings, its chest and face.
I don't know.
Hands are yellowish, along with some of the markings on its wings. Its wings, however, are mostly black, and the top of its back and long tail is also black.
Are you saying yellowish or goldish or bronze/copperish when you
Yellow.
say yellow?
So as
Hard to tell.
as soon as Morthos would see Yanni smashing a maul,
Yep.
and you said he noticed the red eyes,
Yep.
which is not normal.
He
Contacts.
continues.
Morthos is going
to
he's going to
flail.
send Sola out in her shadow form,
Okay.
preferably behind where they are. Like that's what I'm trying to understand.
Yep.
Where are we versus them?
I mean, you are about about 45 feet to the southwest of them in this stable.
Okay.
Which the stable is about 10 feet from the road. Prior to, from the direction you were coming, was on the road before you reached the burned out inn, where they landed and then approached several feet to the central ash pile where Wolfram was.
Let me describe what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
I'm going to send Sola out 30 feet from me, preferably in a direction that is opposite, basically behind where Yanni and the dragon are. I will use thermatology or however you say that.
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy
Yep.
to make the sound.
I like thermatology.
Yeah, whatever. To make the sound of a
Thermatological.
branch snap where Sola is. I will then put her into her full radiant form, and she will run 1,000 feet away, and just she will just keep running, and running, and running.
So I run. I couldn't get away. That's the death sound effect.
After he hits the ash pile, do I also get an action?
Wait, is he
Yes.
hitting it like a?
He
Take a little bit of
rolls
that
to
ash.
slap.
I will make more than a stick. As soon as I see Sola, I'll make more than a stick break. I'll make a scream come from the woods that she's heading towards. As my second part of minor illusion.
Okay. Yes, you can do that with your rings. You are able to.
Well, also with my
your ability.
Illusion wizard.
Yep.
But yep.
Okay. Well, that. Please roll an Arcana check.
So many.
You have one more
single die.
advantage. You have one more advantage.
9. You mean no bonus?
You get because
Okay.
your Vedalken, you still get
26.
your. Yeah. The dragon's head kind of shoots up. The eyes kind of close, and it waits for a command from Yanni, who's about to come down on the central pile of ash and stops and looks, and you watch his eyes kind of wince in pseudo recognition. The head cocks, and he's like,
That's what I'm hoping for.
"Ooh, let's get him!" And there's a two flaps of the wind. All of the ash scatters under the weight of the just pressure, the wind pressure forced down towards the ground.
Not this ash pile.
As the dragon,
We're just there. This ash pile's here.
As the dragon flies off in the direction of this glowing person from whom a scream was heard. Do you care to do anything else?
Cry. Free action.
Are they both looking away from me?
Don't poop.
They
your
have
pants.
now flown past you towards the radiant running Sola.
Was anything revealed by the piles getting blown away?
JB!
I'm up there. Why not?
Just the dirt below.
Not good enough. You gotta dig.
Is there a hiding spot?
The
Where
stable
the rest
is the,
of us
is
are
the
looking at you like
closest
this.
I don't
spot
like the stable.
of coverage. You
Well-
can try to go to the rubble, which is where they landed and flew off from.
Is there a place I can hide there? Yeah. Is that closer?
It's closer to you.
That's where I would go.
Okay, you run backwards towards the rubble as you all watch the dragon kind of take off down the road. Do you collectively care to do anything else as
Well,
it seems temporarily distracted?
Because I'm deaf and blind myself, I would kind of whisper out as the dragon would be, Soul is kind of looking behind her, and he would say to Ray, "Ray, I can't move. Grab me to the woods."
She'll put him piggyback style, and we'll run where he tells me.
Are we sneaking or running?
Tell me.
Pass without
What
trace,
if we
right?
run half bent
How
over?
far is the woods? How far are the woods?
The words are not far from you. It's
Yeah, we can't outrun or outrun something flying anyway. So
so what are you guys doing?
Is my blind sight revealing anything within 60 feet of me moving around?
It is not.
so we're stealthing.
I would
the
just
woods?
say, yeah, let's get out of. Let's go
Get
to
out
the
of Dodge.
woods.
Are we out of the woods? Are we out of the woods?
Are we at the
Why are we going to the woods?
To hide?
I
Well,
feel the woods are a little bit better than maybe the stable. That's what
It's
my
harder for it
thought
to
was.
fly and
Yeah.
just swoop down, grab us, lift us in the air, drop us, and then proceed.
I mean, it might come back to this spot, but
JB fears that there's some sort of infection happening in the woods that we don't want to be a part of.
Well, JB can suck it. Let's go.
Oh.
Sorry, that came out. I don't know if that was Mariska or Carissa talking, to be honest.
Well, JB can suck it.
It wasn't Marishka's accent.
No.
I'll telepathy JB to see. Are you coming? We should probably leave this place just in case it decides to
Oh, there's a spider next to you.
I can reply.
investigate more. Yeah.
Going where?
To the woods or somewhere where we can hide a little bit better, out of plain sight.
Are you scared of a little reptile?
Almost as scared as you, Mr. Ash Boy.
Do his pants have a wet spot on them?
Yes.
2.
Oh, that seems like a condition.
Go ahead to try to stealthily prestidigitate your.
I don't have prestidigitation.
Well, you do. With
Well,
your
I
hat.
minor illusion. My pants clean.
You could use it with your hat.
Oh, I could try. Yeah. I don't remember how to do it. 10 or higher, right? I think. I don't. Unless I add intelligence, I don't remember, but I don't think so. Oh, I have it in here. Okay, where are we going? When?
Right now. Let's go.
How good is
I
the cover?
sprint to the woods.
So
He gets to me, and then
you
we're
all
just gonna
move to the woods together.
Yep.
You are together. The dragon
Wait a minute.
has continued to follow Sola. It catches Sola
I figured eventually. Yeah.
about.
Oh, I clean myself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Only you basically have
It
to
adds
roll
my
one.
arcana,
You have
too.
to roll almost a 1 to fail it. You Yeah, technically raw, you can't fail it. Because skill checks are not supposed to be affected by 1s and 20s. But it catches you about 200 feet down the road.
Oh, that was quick.
Because it has a fly speed faster than your...
I assumed.
And as it goes forth, where are you looking while you're running?
I'm just looking ahead. I would have and just kept running.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Ooh, 22.
Nice.
The last thing you see through Sola's eyes are greenish, yellowish flames of fire that engulf you.
Good. That's good.
Oh, nice.
Greenish, yellowish flames.
So, greenish, yellow. So I assume it's not just fire damage.
That's a good assumption.
Because if it's fire damage, Soldier just keeps running.
It also does green damage.
It is more than just fire.
Green fire.
Green fire. You take 2 green points.
Oh, wait, the flame... Oh, and then Morthos is kind of back.
So you are all now huddled together with Bill and your little wagon in some forest cover. He is about 250 feet ahead of you as he begins to circle back around.
Oh, shoot.
Ray
We
has,
got the
like,
I need
guy.
everyone to roll a stealth check again. And you all now may all add your pass without a trace.
I say, who's he looking for? I don't understand.
It
28.
wasn't that great,
33.
33.
Yeah, I don't know.
28.
I won't know until he shows me.
21.
Maybe.
Now you roll low on the stealth.
No, 21. Oh yeah, I guess it was low.
actually. 26.
Collectively pass. If you had rolled that 11 when he was right next to you, this would be way different.
I'd be fine. Instant death?
No, you wouldn't.
I mean, we would all be in a fight trying to save your
It
life.
would just
and we
make it
all
really
die.
interesting that it'd probably be a race back to the tower, and he's Princess Peach, and we're Mario, and we have to save him from Bowser.
Can we make JB pain cursed so we don't have to worry about him all the time?
How do we know he
Dude,
isn't?
hate that.
You don't know
Just
that.
saying.
We didn't know Rubius was one.
Alright, so what happens?
That's fair.
You all hunker down quietly as the dragon makes one more pass over this rubbled inn and then begins to fly south
Murshka's quivering in excitement.
as it disappears beyond the horizon of the trees, flies past the Cragged Tooth, and disappears beyond your vision. You think that you are safe after about 2 or 3 minutes of waiting and watching.
What did you find?
What did you find? What the hell were you thinking?
Oh, well, that's what he normally thinks.
What do you, there was something to be looked
at.
upon.
Close to being dead.
We needed information.
Was it worth almost your
Again?
life?
I've never seen an artifact like this before, but maybe it's a raven's head on a chain of black beads.
Please recognize that.
How's a crit
Fail.
on a history check?
That is Wolfram's necklace.
Yeah.
Except
And also,
there were 2
What-
skulls on there the last time you saw it. 2 raven's heads.
I also heard them looking for someone.
Well,
What did they describe him as?
I don't know if they did.
Did we hear him say old man? Did I hear him say an old man?
It was.
old man.
He said old man.
Oh,
Well,
an old man.
are you sure
Very
they said old man?
Old
'Cause
man.
it must be then. I know whose necklace this is.
Why
Of
do
course
you
you
know so
do.
many
Of
necklaces?
course you do.
And
Well-
whose would that be?
He's a connoisseur.
Do you remember Wolfram?
The real Wolfram, huh? Wow.
Yes, not the one we just met in the town, but the
real one.
the copy, the copy of the real one.
Yes, the real one.
Yeah.
The Assalamu alaikum one?
Yeah, that one.
The real one. The
He
real
wore
one.
a necklace that was almost the same. The only difference was there were 2 more skulls,
So-
one on either side of the larger one.
So
But
the
it is. Other than that, I think the same necklace.
Of course.
Who cares about the necklace? Nicholas,
So-
did you guys see that dragon?
So
Yes,
you
but
think he's
it is-
looking for Wolf?
Well, yes, but what is stranger is that was Yanni. But there was something
Wait,
different.
Ray's
Oh,
Yanni?
that's Yanni.
Well, yes, the Yanni that I
think
knew
so.
before.
Wait, the Yanni that the note that we think was for from the dragon cult in
Except-
the
The
inn?
two stags in?
Yeah, that was Rajar's
Brother?
cousin brother
I,
owned that
I am.
establishment.
His eyes were. I remember they were the shade of blue before. Now they are. They were red. I've never seen his eyes red before as they were.
Many
I was
chromatic.
supposed to save him,
Look at
and I was just stunned. I couldn't.
So as he
yeah.
describes, I want to cast locate creature for Wolfram,
For Wolfram.
who I know is an exact copy of Wolfram.
You have seen Wolfram before,
Yes.
right? You get no sense of anything.
Okay.
Hmm.
I presume that this Wolfram is perhaps a level 30 mage beyond the powers of any of us. Of course.
No, the wolfwoman I know is a crazy old bastard.
Sola
I'd like to
groans
insight
in his
that.
soul.
Go ahead.
I don't believe you.
What did you roll?
18.
18. You sense
16.
You sense a fondness to his tone, even though what he's saying is he means 100%.
So when
Oh, okay.
when
I believe it.
I don't think I have the pieces for it.
So what was
I was gonna try to scry.
what was Wolfram doing? Why Yanni always wanted to ride a dragon, but I don't think he wanted to ride one like this. He seems different.
How are we supposed to fight that thing?
I heard great myths about this Yanni. He'd done some cool things before, like
Did
Yeah,
his
he like-
hair
he-
look
Well,
different?
he's a purple skin, so
He did ride a
absolutely.
T-Rex
Oh,
once. Yes, it was quite impressive.
that sounds
But-
amazing.
He couldn't have been that impressive, though, if he turned evil.
Whoa! Storm giants cannot turn evil that easily.
Tell us a little bit about this Wolfram.
Our conversation
We
just
We're just all
Does he- hold on.
discuss our old characters
he
and how
have-
great they were.
Does he have some kind of a strange ability to turn into a creature that is not what he is?
Well, yes, he could turn into a raven.
yeah.
Oh,
Whenever
perhaps
he wanted.
perhaps magic could be used to find a raven then.
Would you like
What
me
are
to?
you?
I don't know those spells, but I've heard of them.
Although,
Like any old
Let's see
raven,
how
any,
many.
any type of corvid.
although he was rather
I've heard
fond
of the spell.
of that necklace before, I don't think he would have just left it behind.
Are there any ravens around us right now?
Roll a perception check.
Got it.
You're not gonna cast the spell?
Why would
I
you
will
roll?
if I don't see anything here.
I'm not looking for.
But it's the nearest raven. Like it's not. There's lots of ravens around.
While he's looking for
they
them,
don't hang out around people. They hang around
I'm
around
turning the
wolves.
3.
You said perception. 34.
You see 3 ravens, one perched on the rubble,
Uh-huh.
Did you really do that?
Yep. one perched on the fence, on the end of the fence, the courtyard
I would have
fence.
seen him poof into his 3 ravens.
One's
they're
on
not
my
those 3
shoulder.
ravens.
No, he was pretty stealthy.
One's on my shoulder.
And one's on Ray's shoulder.
34.
Hey,
He rolled a.
I rolled a 33 actually.
Oh yeah, you saw him.
Okay, so I know all 3 of those are him.
Yeah,
And then
And after I land,
Beyond
I
that, you see you see no other birds.
was just trying to help you be right. It's called stacking the deck.
wait,
Dude, spend all your slots, bro.
Ollie, make mating noises as a
We're gonna be
raven.
fine.
Maybe that'll
Got
draw
it.
it out.
We'll
I
be
will
do you
fine.
remember how far his cloak was? Like that's the thing. It's 1,000 feet. I got that. Anyways, I'll cast locate creature on.
What cloak?
How do you know it? Why would he need a cloak if he can turn into a bird?
Oh, dimension door is 500 feet.
Unless it's a special one.
Oh, I
I'll
know what his
locate
cloak
creature
is.
on it.
These were
raven.
These were 1,000, I believe.
You're
The
back
cape
in
of the
his.
mountain.
He's back in his real form, right?
The badong. Oh yeah, it's one turn.
Okay, so I will now cast locate creature on
I do
a
it again.
raven. No, you don't know I'm doing.
I've
it.
got
You
5
don't
of
know I'm
these.
doing. it.
I've got 5 of
You
these.
don't know I'm doing it.
Why
are we sabotaging it?
Well, I don't
Why am I
understand.
Just hide in the
sabotaging
middle
it?
of a dragon fight. That's
You're
what I
asking
want
You
me
don't-
why I'm sabotaging
Just let me
something in
just check
D&D?
the ash and the,
Okay.
the dragon's coming.
Killian walks back to Vareska.
I'm done.
Let's go, Bill.
I like it.
I don't do it the second time.
Yeah, I would. There is no sense of any ravens around.
Because they wouldn't be. There wouldn't be actual ravens.
Trying to let you be right.
So there are no ravens within 1,000 feet.
Correct.
Okay.
There were birds that you saw kind of flutter away under the
Dragon.
the force of the dragon's wings, but
now I'm down to
Hey, Wolfram!
4th level spells.
We're good!
Hey, is this a bad time to tell you?
If you're alive, come here!
Are you shouting?
Loud
we're
whispering.
hiding?
Loud whispering.
I love it.
The dragon went away!
Hey, no,
let's fight the
dragons
dragon
have
here.
very good senses, so
We're
let's
gonna
not
fight
scream.
him in 2 weeks.
This was my logic. Fighting it here, except and not at its lair. So there
This
it
is the wide open sky, unless you want to fight in the forest.
It's better than its lair.
I have a better idea. Why don't we give you poisoned coffee, you drink it, we send you into the open, the dragon eats you, and then it dies 3 days later.
Okay.
Due to indigestion.
Yeah!
I'll go down as a hero.
But we'll make you pain-cursed first. And then you can come back in its belly, and then there's probably lots of loot in there.
How's Bill doing?
Is the air filled with peyote
Bill
or
is
something?
shaking.
I'm feeding him hay from the stable.
He is receiving the hay.
Okay.
And being calm.
And petting him.
Is there any further conversation or anything else you wish to do in this area?
Not like, which way are we going?
We got we got to get to the crags.
You
so
have Miku there. Are you asking Miku?
Yeah.
Right, well, you see, the way we need to go is directly where that dragon just flowed. He flowed.
Flowed, I like
flowed.
that.
I don't know. What was that the right word,
So
Q?
what you're saying,
Yo.
Flew. He flew that way.
we have to leave this timber line, go into the open and follow it south.
Yeah, through the forest. It's gonna be forest way. Well, we gotta go up a little farther ways, on the road, and then we turn south.
So, in the, how big? I'm trying. This dragon. How large is this dragon compared to, say, the other dragons that Morthos has encountered in the past?
This dragon was much larger than any of the dragons you've seen before.
That's good.
Good.
This dragon would be, like,
huge.
at least huge.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
at least
like size of the Dark Lady dragon.
No.
Larger than the Dark Lady dragon.
Oh boy.
But the Dark Lady dragon was, as you were told, a unique dragon.
That's true. But she did just kick the living crap out of the dragon that pretty much destroyed half our
The
party.
green one.
She kicked the crap out of a young adult dragon.
How about Glenethon, the other black dragon in the Mare Deadman? Size-wise for that one.
You only saw that one at a very far distance.
And then how about the white one in the Frostspell?
Well, that's an
Oh, you
ancient
did
dragon,
see
right?
that
Or
one.
that was a.
That's an enormous.
The
one.
white dragon in the Frostfell was slightly larger than this one.
Okay, so now at least we know what we're up against.
Did we see any crazy scars on the dragon's hide? Anything where it's like missing scales by any chance? Or like any previous wounds? That
Yeah,
have
there's
healed?
the one
That might
little-
be vulnerable scar tissue.
Roll. I'll tell you what. You're asking the question. Roll a perception check.
Where's my dice?
Good thing I have a bunch of black arrows.
I'm gonna
too.
use should I use an advantage on this?
Yes.
You got crazy arrows?
Yeah,
Oh.
sure, why not?
Void Bolt. It'll heal it.
Excellent.
19.
19. There is a.
I used that advantage, by the way.
There was a rune on its right wing that was bluish and outlined in red.
Did you all see the rune that was on its wing?
Yes.
Nope,
What
not
did it
at all.
say?
Be honest, I was not
Yes, it
looking.
was literally 1 foot in front of my face.
Oh yeah.
I was just looking at Yanni.
Do
What
I
language?
recognize
It's on
the
the
script
on
at
the
all?
back
I
of
didn't
its
see it.
on the back of its wing, was not on the inside of its wing. It was a
No, I saw nothing.
It was a kind of. It was not a rune of letters or writing. It was just a magical rune.
On its wing.
One more thing that the group should probably know. Someone who smells like sulfur and brimstone has been following us at a slight distance.
See the
Oh, I
rune.
said that already.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Did I say that?
I don't... No, only me and you.
I don't know if you can.
And JB.
guys
You mean
can see
like
that?
the same brimstone from like the
Yeah, the
Kate-
badonkadonk.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that.
Yep.
So somebody is poofing in and out around us.
Well, we saw. I saw, or thought I saw, and then was smelled last night, and then
Again.
over there where you were got scared.
You
and you were
didn't
looking
smell
at the dragon.
in
and
the back
that
of
was
the-
Locate object
the stable.
No, I was kind of preoccupied by the fact that there was a dragon and it was Yanni.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, it's
There's a
fine.
little,
There was the brimstone
it
smell
was
over
here
here
again
too.
too.
Yeah.
So like roughly 50 to 60 feet away from us constantly is the
And
smell of brimstone.
Killian, you said this was last night as well, the same thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
is that
either we are following someone or someone is following us, and probably the latter.
And whenever we get close enough, they just
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of them.
was it the Zentarum that had those cloaks?
they did,
Yes.
as did the Kendine.
Maltoro, if you've made it here already, just show yourself. We have some tasks to complete. I'll say that out
So
loud.
we're moving towards.
There's no response.
me.
We're still moving, right? along the
Are you
road?
moving?
man.
Are you moving along the road again?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
JB, can you do that
Alright.
illusion on the top
Are
of
you-
us in case something's flying, like you've done before?
Bring it on.
All right. Yes. Then we'll like make it look like it's just empty road from above.
How long does minor illusion last?
Oh,
I think it's 1 minute.
in this case, that's only 5 feet. In this case, I would cast a different spell.
Yeah, but yes, they're not minor illusion. I meant
Major image.
Major
major image or minor. Yeah, major image.
Major
minor
image
Major
is
What about
a
medium image?
illusion.
20-foot cube.
Middling.
How long does that last?
It lasts 10 minutes.
That's what I thought. It's not very long.
Not very long.
That doesn't really help us. I think we just stick to
But
the.
mine lasts
Tree
10
line?
minutes and 6 seconds now.
Tree line.
One
Oh, well,
extra
now it's
round.
worth it.
Is there a tree line running parallel?
To the road.
Yeah, so we'll
Let's
walk.
just
Although-
stay in the tree line.
Would be very difficult to do with Bill and the cart that he carries.
Obviously, he stays out as bait. That's our getaway.
I mean, that's fine, but I'll be there too with him.
Okay.
So we leave Killian and the donkey
I mean,
as bait.
we have,
If that's what you want to do, then
we
that's
have
what
no
we'll
other
do.
recourse, do we?
Well, I can
Oh, we
change
can
the
move
sound.
slow, but
I can
What?
change the sound of the cart and everything to sound like it's just noise from the woods.
All right, let's do that.
I think.
The issue is not the sound. The issue is
Moving through
traversing the woods itself. So you'd go much slower with Bill in the cart. through
Oh,
the
I mean, we
woods.
could go right on the
we can.
edge.
I'll
the
sit in the
woods.
cart with him.
Well, do you think if we
I'll walk
stretch
with
the
you.
bag of holding really wide, we could stick the
is
wagon
there a
in it?
way?
So undo a couple of
We
spaces.
can, maybe Ray and I can be disguised. Or
Oh, I'm great at disguises. And she's gonna kind of put on her cloak and snap a tree branch in half.
The tree arms.
And then I'll hold her lower back into an old
Thank you.
lady.
perfect. All right, now we're good.
Wait, why are we
Hey,
disguising
I
ourselves?
can't-
Well, you guys are gonna
recognize
walk
you
in the
anymore, it's amazing.
trees,
Thank you.
so you guys are hidden, and then I'll be out here with the cart and Ray.
So you guys continue on the road, some in disguises, some disguising the cart.
Whippersnapper here.
I sure
Li-
hope a dragon doesn't come along.
As we're kind of walking, Morthos will kind of explain
The flames.
not the flames, but the dragon itself.
tricolor dragon.
And he'll talk about the 3 dragons in the cave, the size, and then talk about how large this one is. And kind of-
Mishka's grilling you with dragon-related
Well, and
questions
he's gonna
the
go
entire
as,
time.
I'm not sure how we can take on such a dragon. I've seen smaller dragons tear half my previous groups apart. This is...
How are we gonna save Yanni?
I don't know. That's why I bring it up.
Probably not.
It
No,
is-
you have to.
I mean,
I
if we're
think
being honest.
A
Well, I think if
dragon
we
of this
save-
size might be beyond the capabilities of this group.
It seemed to take commands from Yanni though, so maybe if we can
Save Yanni.
save Yanni, we don't have to
Save the world.
deal with the dragon.
I don't think a dragon's going to take commands like that are against its self-interest.
Well,
It's not the beast of burden.
I am not
This one kind of seems
an
like
expert, but is it? It's the same colors that were in the cave that we fought with the old party, right?
Yeah, well, there
yes
was
or
a
no?
there was a red one.
There's a red. There was a blue.
There was a
there was
black.
a white one.
There was red, black, and green, I believe.
I thought there was a white
Okay.
one.
Was it?
There was. It was red, blue, and white. I thought.
Was it? No, it was not. I know it wasn't blue.
Red, black, and white. Then.
Red, black, and
Yeah,
white.
I think it
Yeah.
might have been red, black,
Okay.
and white.
So
I
there we
remember
go.
'cause I was
Red, black,
laughing
and
watching
white.
it.
Which the red, black, and yellow is an approximation of that.
Red, black, and cream. Off-white.
In the white room.
So, well, that's not very good. A 17, I guess not that bad. 17 on insight. I'm trying to think if this dragon, if I would believe that this is the same, not necessarily the same dragon, but the dragon cultists had success in what they were trying to accomplish.
Well,
It's a fair.
certainly seems like they were able to do something in melding some of those dragons together. It looks like to use a car analogy, the red dragon is kind of the chassis, and the fancy chrome inlay is the yellow, and the windows are tinted black.
This puppy gets 80 miles to the gallon.
Well, it's
Instantly pulled.
I'm more intrigued that
Is it raised or lowered?
Yeah,
Definitely raised.
Okay.
That the dragon
Compensating.
cultists were raising these dragons from birth, I guess you would call it. It would not surprise me if this is not a typical dragon, but one that has been manipulated or bred or trained in a very specific way. That maybe this dragon does only respond to the commands of Yanni currently.
Did it display intelligence?
Well, he definitely spoke, yes, you heard him speak. But he seemed to follow the commands of Yanni pretty,
So we get to Yanni, we get to the dragon.
What time is it?
How do Arcana checks work?
It
We haven't been
is
able to do
around 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, easy peasy.
When the dragon was there, this is possibly way too out of left field, but would I have been able to roll an Arcana check on if anything's holding the different pieces of it together? Almost like fusing, keeping
I
the
would
red
say
and the
that's
black and the
something
white
you can
fused.
do if you see it again.
Okay, cool. I'll do that then.
Since you noticed the rune in particular, that might cause you to want to investigate, interact with it somehow in a more intentional way.
Could we ascertain if the dragon was male or female by its voice? Or would I know the different morphism?
I don't roll a nature check.
Oops. I'm really good with animals.
Why would druids ever want to know anything about nature?
So, I crit failed that. so whatever.
The voice gives you no insight into the gender of the dragon. Roll a perception check.
I saw its lack
Do I get
of
advantage if I was going like this, looking at it and wonder?
This is not to see. This is here.
Okay. Another crit fail.
Oh god.
You are so in awe of this majestic creature that you did not hear any of the times that Yanni referred to it as Mama.
Oh, Mama.
It's clearly male.
Oh.
Oh boy.
The dragon raised.
I really think it's my mom.
Oh.
That's how they did it.
That's amazing.
All
I
right.
love that dragon.
And how far away to travel are we to the actual tower? At night?
No, he says it's a couple days yet.
Oh.
We're 1 day to the Cragged Tooth, where we're meeting Marble Man.
What's our time left on Luke?
Do
About a
we
day.
really think this is such a good idea to go after this dragon?
We promised meet you.
Yeah.
I know, but it is a big dragon, and you almost you almost get the feeling that Morthos is actually kind of scared.
Oh.
We have to get to Yanni.
So now you're on my side. I said this
Morthos.
3 days ago.
Martha.
2 days ago.
This is clearly the dragon cult at work. Wouldn't you want to stop them given what they've done to your friends? To yourself?
Well, that is the problem. The last dragon destroyed half of my friends.
I'm not that easily squishy.
I thought you said dragons.
Well, yes, but they were much, much smaller. And
Are you saying that
I
we're
have
your
a feeling
friends?
that this is the dragon of like. What was that?
We're your friends.
Are you saying that we're your friends?
No, I have no idea what you're saying at all.
Ray's
I
gonna
mean-
jump up and down a little bit. The birds all scatter.
No, they don't.
Fully revealing
And
us.
hug him. I'm already
Love
in the
it.
road.
Yep, I love it. It's fine.
Well, I may have grown slightly fond of some of you.
You feel good, don't you?
Wait, insight. Who's he looking at?
So
Oliver's just there going.
Listen, I don't feel like losing.
Try good at that in the good way.
I don't feel like losing the time that we have traveled.
Definitely you.
Is worth backtracking.
That was worth
so
the
I believe we should follow through on what
Keep
we
moving.
started. The time has already been wasted.
Mikyu's continuing to, lead you guys forward
Yeah,
through
we're
this
going
whole
to the
conversation.
Crag Rock.
I vote we go because I
Fraggle Rock.
need to save Yanni. I was told. It's part of my destiny.
All right, so hold on. Let's sum it up here.
I just got a little scared.
You have to
That's
save
not be sad.
Yanni. It's clearly the dragon cult at work doing something nefarious in the region with the dragon combination and all of that. We promised Mikyu that we would stop it and investigate. This dragon is clearly going to kill anything that we've seen here living that's in this radius that's innocent. So we'd have to stop it there. And last, and certainly not least, and perhaps most compellingly, most dragons usually have hoards of gold.
Kill the beast!
Seeing as our adventure has been a little underfunded lately, I'm just saying, if we do live, which would be great, maybe we live a little bit richer after we...
I don't care about the money.
I
I
doubt.
save Yanni.
I doubt this kind of dragon holds a horde. This is a dragon of under the influence.
Yeah, but then we could
So
still
you
sell its
have this
parts for a lot of
conversation
gold.
as you go through the rest of the day. You reach nightfall, and Mikyu explains to you that after daybreak the next day, after a couple hours of travel, you will begin heading south towards the Cragged Tooth. Who is going to keep watch?
I'm going to keep watch.
Yeah, I want to stop
Killian
and
was
talk to
taking
JB,
first
actually.
watch.
Okay, you can.
Oliver's gonna be
JB
with
insists that he's going to stay up with you.
them. All three of us then.
So you three together are taking the first watch.
That seems real smart.
Okay. I need the three of you to
Quadruple perception?
roll perception.
You got it, dude.
Oh, it's 3.
How about a crit?
Nice.
Fail.
4. And I
25.
don't notice because I'm casting a spell. And I'm in a trance.
I've got my sniffer out smelling for that familiar scent.
You notice nothing. None of you notice anything.
26 was mine. So.
You go through your watch, and this time for the second watch.
Hold on,
Northwest
first.
will take
Hold
it.
on. In the beginning of my watch, I cast Dream
Dream.
on Yanni with blue eyes.
On Yanni.
On Yanni.
Yes.
So for the next 8 hours, if Yanni goes to sleep, I am in his dream and I can communicate with him.
Okay.
It's gonna be real fun.
I was gonna have that as Eli.
If he's awake, I know that he's awake.
I was gonna haunt people's dreams.
I hope you appear in the middle of a sexy dream.
Oh no.
Really funny.
And you've told me stories of Yanni.
That's
Yes.
a character, isn't it?
Well, I assume, yeah, as we were talking, we would probably talk about Yanni.
Okay.
He, for the majority of your, well, it lasts for 8 hours, right?
Might have to
It
hit him
does.
in the head really hard.
So for the first couple of hours, you know he's awake, and then he does go to sleep.
Hmm.
And you are in his dream.
All right. The environment is.
This is crazy.
I know.
Morthos has described his party previously. I know what 2 of them look like. I know what 3 of them look like with Yanni. And I kind of know what Wolfram looks like. No, I know exactly what Wolfram looks like. So I pretty much know what the party is. Except for Eli.
I don't know. Yeah.
Anywho, I put them in the environment of a Yanni has Morthos, have you described your tavern to us yet?
Probably not.
No. Then what about the room that you got killed in? The other people got killed in.
You told us about that.
The chamber
With the 3 dragons.
Yeah,
we're in
I
that.
thought
We're in
we-
the chamber with the 3 dragons, and people are dying all around us.
Okay.
And I step through the door, and Yanni is there. Are his eyes red?
His
this dream?
eyes are as you saw him, which were red.
Sad. I'll speak to him.
You have 10 words.
10 words? That's only if I appear as a monster. Yes.
What? That's
You're right.
crazy.
And so,
You are right.
I will speak and say, I'll say, hello, Yanni. Was that a good impression?
He just looks at you, and his eyes are darting around to...
This is on me, by the way.
You put the necklace on.
In real life and in the dream. It's on me.
Okay. Are you trying to show it off? Like, is it hanging out to be seen?
It's not hiding.
So, I guess, have you tucked it?
No.
Well, okay, so it's out.
Visible.
Okay.
You can see it.
So
I should have appeared as wolf.
Should have.
he looks around,
That would have only given you 10 words then.
and then
Well played. That was good. That was good.
he looks at you.
What's going on?
Well, I'm here. I say I'm here to give you a message. Okay. You have friends in your life, or you have had friends in your life, who are seeking you out. And we have. Oh, I'm sorry. They have noticed that you seem to be going in a direction that they do not recall you going in your previous life. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Who's they?
Who's they? Well, Morthos.
He looks directly at you. His eyes go wide.
Sola.
His eyes kind of furrow in confusion.
Of course, some of your friends did not make it.
He looks. His eyes glance around at the dead bodies around you two in the dream.
But that does not mean your friends don't still care for you. It seems as though you're out to destroy things, like the owner of this. As he grabs the necklace.
His eyes again go wide, and kind of under his breath, more than to you, he just says, "That old fool." And there's like a sternness to his jaw that emerges, like he's clenching his teeth.
Listen, it's not fair. It's not fair to that old fool, okay? I don't know why I'm defending him, but he is actually the result of a spell. He is no mortal being. Have you heard of a simulacrum?
He just kind of...
So me being a fine, intelligent wizard and all, I know of magic beyond my abilities, and one of those is to create a duplicate of yourself. And so, a person who looks like Wolfram created Wolfram, not in the sense of bedtime creation, in a sense of magical creation. And so you're worried about nothing. Honestly. Regardless of this, I was right in front of that dragon you call Mama. And
you don't talk bad about my mama.
That's not your mama.
You don't talk bad about my mama! You see that the rage starts to build within him.
Listen, I'm not talking bad about your mama. That's just not your mama.
And gets louder. The rage welling up.
Good.
And you see and hear a crack of lightning and thunder, and he goes to reach for something that's not there, and he just makes fists, and he goes to move towards you, and he can't move.
I'm sorry about this, but I had to put you in a position where I could speak with you. Calm down. I am here, and your friends are here in the vicinity to help you.
As he goes into
what do you need help with?
As he goes into his rage, his eyes grow red even more. And as they do, you hear in your mind's eye
Oh,
clapping.
it's mocking.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's in your dream.
Oh, this is Inception.
As Yanni goes, "Nah!" It's like Saruman and Theoden. As
I'm currently listening to Fellowship of the Ring.
As the visage of a minotaur with
this is what I want.
Long red and black robes kind of emerges out, who you recognize as a minotaur from the ritual that you were in. And as he does, the dream around you instantly fades, and it's the two of you that are standing face to face in a void of darkness.
Now we know who's controlling him.
And he just looks at you, and he says, in a deep, gravelly voice that's almost spitting out the common as if it's a language unfit for it to speak, says, "We will find you. Steal those motes and crush your souls within our rituals. You will power his rule and reign over this filth."
Unfazed.
No.
I think. Hold on.
We're going way beyond that.
Very phased. I rolled a 1.
Very.
Wolfram will swallow. Wolfram will swallow? Well, listen. I destroyed one of your books before. I will destroy the rest of them. You won't be able to accomplish your goals. All I want is Yanni back. Why do you need Yanni?
He looks you up and down.
I'm not looking at him.
Roll persuasion.
I'm looking to the side.
He looks you up and down.
But I'm pretending like I'm looking at him.
He says, "I hope your dreams go as well as this one." And the image fades.
He said motes, plural, just FYI.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we have 2. At least 2.
Yeah, but I didn't think anybody knew about mine for a while.
Yeah. All right.
Whoops!
Oh. Come out.
I mean, all good things. Now that'll get used against us.
Great.
Okay.
But we did learn something.
So before I guess I don't know how long that lasted, but I presume before the second shift started.
Yes.
I'll explain what occurred to those two. I'll let them know that
the Minotaur from the.
Listen, Yanni really loves his mama.
Yeah.
I presume that he thinks the dragon is his mama. And by he, I mean whatever is controlling him has convinced him of this. And what is controlling him seems to be that Minotaur that was a part of that ritual in
the blood ritual.
Town. Yes.
Oh, that's not good. I almost killed him, you know.
Now, I don't think I'm gonna be sleeping the rest of this evening, so I will probably be. I'll try, but we'll see.
Good thing you have coffee.
No, I'm out of beans.
Oh, you're shit out of luck.
I haven't sent a message yet. I will. In fact, I might do this right now. All right, so I told you.
All right. Shift ends. You have the second shift. Who is taking that shift?
Morthos will.
Please
I'll
roll.
sit up with him.
No, I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
I am.
Morthos and Marishka, you can both roll perception.
Oh, I don't expect to help with that, though. 17.
17. Morthos?
22.
22. You don't, either of you, see anything of note. There is a zombie that does make its way towards you, and you very easily turn it to ash.
Just while I'm walking away.
Yeah.
But no smell of
No brimstone.
no brimstone.
Okay, maybe we lost him.
You go through the rest of your
do that again.
watch, and you wake up the next day. It is a bright, sunshiny day.
Oh. Is today the day that he comes back?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
need you to roll a d8, please.
Somebody else do it.
Tonight, I think. I got
I
5.
don't like it when you do it.
Un.
1?
5 or 1? Which one? 1?
1.
Crit fail.
It's too late for a 5. We'll do a 1. You go through the morning, and you begin to approach where Miku, who's about maybe 100 feet ahead of you, with Sola in front. Sola has kept going because you're in, and Miku stops and kind of turns and waits for the rest of you to approach as Sola continues forward. And he kind of stops and kind of looks up at the trees and kind of points, and you see that the Cragged Tooth looms much larger and is almost directly south from you now. And he turns to you as you all begin to approach. And as he turns to you, out from the wood line steps a figure. No, he doesn't step. A horse steps. 1 foot, 2 feet. It's not a horse of flesh. It's a horse of metal with steam that comes out of its nostrils. On its back is a rider with a long brown leather trench coat and a kind of brimmed hat that's kind of slumped over as if injured as the horse kind of steps, and you're too far away to hear anything. So kind of the figure who looks like a man looks up at the Etten whose back is to it. He kind of reaches to his side and pulls out what looks to be almost like a hand crossbow or something of that nature.
I yell stop.
Miku! Ray's gonna jump at him.
Oh, he has to laugh.
Miku looks at you and he's like,
Well, I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. I understand. I'm staying here. All right.
as the figure just kind of holds the gun up and looks back at you. You're about 100 feet away.
Oh.
Can you telepathy him?
I gotta be within 60 feet.
Run your little legs up there.
It takes a long time. I'm just yelling. He's not bad! He's not bad! He's not bad!
What do
I reckon you need to declare yourselves.
Oh, I have message.
The minute I'm within 60 feet, my name is Killian. This is our friend. If you would lower your weapon, he will no harm will come of you. I assure you.
Please declare yourselves. I repeat, as you hear
We're the Shades, and this is our friend Miku.
We're trying to find Crag Rock.
Morthos, you're still in Sola.
We're trying to get to Crag Rock.
Oliver, Morthos, JB, Mariska, Ray,
There's a dragon.
and Killian.
You hear and the gun lowers slightly, not pointed at Miku, but is not holstered.
And you are, sir?
I am the one asking questions.
Do I see that he's injured?
He seems to be holding his arm.
I'll cast Healing Word.
Are you okay now? Are you feeling a bit better?
Holsters his gun.
There's no need for violence. We're just travelers.
So you're telling me you're not Hales?
Hales?
Hell no.
Oh no!
What?
I haven't been here this whole
There are none of
time.
us who belong to the gang of
And
the Hales.
you're not dragon cultists.
Oh hell no, they
No, we don't like
we're trying to kill a dragon.
we don't like them, and as my understanding is, the Hales is a criminal organization,
Yeah, that's about right. That's what we heard.
right? So Oliver's going to tell you that we're not. None of us here are part of that
No,
organization.
not once have we ever been a part of that organization.
Well, that's a lie.
He looks at Marishka very directly.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
that's okay.
I'm not here. Edging behind someone.
He sees you edging behind
I
someone.
was joking. I wouldn't do that.
I tell Morthos to ready in action.
Morthos is blind
I am
and
blind
deafened.
and deaf.
I tell Ray to ready her hammer, telepathically, in case something goes.
Friend, can we just talk a little bit here? How about I give you some truth and you give us some truth back, so we can get to one accord. We can both just go our merry ways.
I'm listening.
All right. Have you noticed a dragon, a tricolored dragon, flying around these parts?
I reckon.
Yeah. Well, our friend here, the Big Etten, he found a magical tower that this dragon seems to be protecting or flying around, and we are tasked to go kill it. And to save our friend, well, Ray's friend, who's currently bewildered and bewitched, I went southern there, by said dragon, or at least dragon magic. We are no friends of the dragons. We are no friends of the dragon magic.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, magic.
Dragon
Never
cold.
mind, never mind.
The bad
bad
dragon.
one.
The bad dragon magic.
Bountiful luck.
Thank you.
Much better.
Yeah. Persuasion 29. Trust in
He
me.
sits up as he lets his cloak fall back, and you see another gun that he's holding pointed at you, who's talking.
Oh, yeah.
And he kind of holsters that.
I appreciate
He
that.
folds his arms. You can see that the armor that he's wearing has several moving gizmos and gadgets in it, almost like it has been
Gizmos, gadgets.
Gizmatized.
it has been kind of tinkered with and enhanced in some way. But on his arms and legs in particular, there are some deep wounds that have been tied over.
Now, all right. I told you a little bit about us. I have 2 questions. All right?
Sorry, 2 questions. That happens to my voice sometimes. 1. What the hell are you riding? And 2.
What are those?
Instant shot to the face.
He points to the guns.
What happened to you?
Well, I reckon the first question's easier. This here kind of pats what would otherwise be the neck flank. This here's Bessie.
Yeah, that was the name you're gonna go with.
Okay.
Classic.
Well, that's a nice name.
And he kind of gestures towards his wounds. Recently, made my way out of the clutches of the dragon cultists, accompanied by their minions, the Hales.
Close to here?
He kind of gestures back to the woods that he came through.
How did they get you? What do they want with you? You look like you can handle yourself.
I can. Normally. I was set upon. I was I was ambushed. They knew I was coming, which is disconcerting to me, because the only ones who knew where I was going were, well, my brothers back at Candlekeep. That's a problem.
Wait. The Candlekeep? Like,
he kind of tips his hat. Tex Arcana of the Collectors. Second in command.
Oh my god.
What are you doing all the way on this side of the continent?
Well, I'm the head of special acquisitions, and I've been sent, or rather, I'm seeking to retrieve something quite special. I heard word of, well, some leads, so I sent my detachment back home and continued on. And then I was ambushed by the aforesaid foes.
Dragon Colt and the Hales. What are you looking for? Maybe we're looking for the same thing.
Roll a persuasion check.
Let's see if I have an
It's
advantage.
a good thing you're not. We'd be screwed.
Give me a second just to see if I
He
have an
said
advantage.
Hale's not choked. I'm so dust.
I have none.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Persuasion? Are you close to me?
Yeah.
That didn't go in.
You missed the trick.
29.
He looks at you, kind of looks over all of you. His eyes stop on JB. And he kind of taps his hat, and out of his hat pops down a bifocal.
Oh, sweet.
I hide all my stuff. May I help you, sir? This is a little rude.
He looks you up and down very deliberately.
Ooh, roll persuasion, JP.
Fancy glasses.
Oh, I'll tell you this much. They are not glasses. They do not help me see better at all.
He looks over at Morthos and again looks him up and down.
While he's looking at Morthos,
Stops
I message
as
you.
he kind of looks at what would be where your necklace is. He looks directly at it through the lens. And then he kind of goes back to Marishka. And he stops. And you're sure you're not dragon cultists?
Sir? Mr. Texarkana, sir? I solemnly do swear on my life.
Yeah, on his life.
On my life, that I am not a dragon cultist.
I hate you.
Nor is any other man here. And I mean man in the,
Religious sense.
General
Yeah.
sense.
the general sense.
that changes per household.
Dragon cultist.
Did you beat it 29? You didn't, because I built this character and he is not very persuasive.
I am looking for a book.
I love books. Good storybook?
Well,
I used to be a bard.
used to be.
Yeah, and then I came too, and we just kind of switched things up. I'm Oliver.
He
I'm
didn't
sorry.
like calm emotions.
I'm Bart.
And I'm Oliver.
We have split personality.
As they say at the same time.
And together
We're coming to grips with it.
together we have issues.
He looks at Ray.
She gives him a winning smile.
That's
and
my best
he
friend.
kind of adjusts his lens on your massive hammer.
Pretty cool, right?
That
I'm pretty proud of it. It was my dad's, and then my grandfather's, and then my great-grandfather's, and then my great-great-great-grandfather's, and my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather's, and my great-great-great-great.
Yeah,
Okay,
she'll be
I
here
see
all
it.
day. You get it.
That is impressive.
I know, right?
You lot are
Odd.
perhaps sufficient to traverse the forest beyond if that's where this guy's beckoning.
Yeah, it's me, Q.
Well, what book are you looking for, real quick?
That's a
And
good
where
question.
have you looked thus far?
You can try. He's been destroying evil books of power along the way.
Well, I don't want this one destroyed. I need it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I like to collect books.
Well,
so if I find it.
Hopefully I haven't destroyed the book you're looking for. Perhaps you could tell me what it is, and I'll let you know if I have.
We have a running tally.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage because Oliver is assisting you.
I want this one.
Wait, it's uneven.
Yeah, you're right.
Was that worse?
7.
Was it better the first time?
It might be less than 7. 7.
It's a very dangerous book.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer not to mention its name.
What kind of power does it hold? Is clearly magical? Yes, nobody looks for regular old books and risks their lives.
Well, those at the keep are always seeking any kind of knowledge, all kinds of books. This book is one that was written by someone who had control over fiends and knew some of their names.
Okay, I could see why you'd want that.
Names are powerful.
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
How do you...
Well, I'm also looking for that book. Simply because it would work with some spells that I've heard of, and perhaps I could use them one day. But if you want them and you find
sure
them,
he's good, he looks at you, Killian, and points to JB.
He's not evil, if that's what you're asking. He just likes like your friends back at Candlekeep. You said. I'm assuming I've never heard of Candlekeep before.
Oh, you've heard of Candlekeep. Everyone's heard of Candlekeep.
Okay.
It's my dream.
Well, your friends back they like information. My friend here is also of that sort of person who likes.
That's true.
Lots of information.
It's true. He's like a sponge for information.
But I've been with him for a while now, and there's been no sense of wrongdoing or evil.
What are you anyway?
An idiot
I've
sandwich.
never seen someone like you of your particular persuasion.
Well, my pronouns are he and him, and I am from Ravnica. Have you heard of such a place?
I reckon.
Of the great race of Vedokin.
You lot are unique.
Is he a man?
He is a man.
And now that you know this information, we will have to end you. I apologize.
Oh, he's joking. He's joking.
Totally kidding.
I don't smile.
Are you hungry, sir?
It was a joke. Nobody.
I am.
And I give him a good berry.
I have tried many times to make him laugh.
He dismounts his steed and kind of walks with a bit of a limp towards you. And he takes it, pops it in his mouth. Much obliged.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to camp with us tonight, or do you need to be on your way?
Where are you?
We're going
headed?
towards the crag.
See a big rock?
If even just some information on, you seem to be coming from
then
that
south. Boop, beep.
direction. We're heading towards that crag.
Beep, boop. I ended the life of several cultists and their little minions. Put a bullet through their eyes. Seems to do the trick.
What the hell's a bullet?
He kind of unholsters one of his guns and he kind of takes out a little
Is
metal.
it shiny?
Very shiny.
Can I have that? Just one. Memento. So I can remember you.
Roll a persuasion check.
29 again, probably. Cocked.
It was.
It was. Or it would have been a 1 and he would have done his thing. 28.
Jeez, what is your plus? Like 11 or 12?
11.
Jeez.
What'll you give me in return?
That's a good question.
Friendship.
Wait.
I have.
Wait, I walk up to him, slowly.
He kind of sees you approaching.
Can I look?
I give you a thing.
He lets you observe.
Can I touch?
Carefully.
I'll touch it and inspect it and look at it.
Okay.
And hand it back to him.
The bullet. Yep.
Then I'll make a bullet in my hand.
And they might want to take it back to their.
But it
What's it
opens and
called?
it's empty.
You okay with that?
That's a fancy trick.
I say, what goes in here?
The secret sauce.
Can I look?
I cannot.
I'll put it back together for you.
Yeah, doesn't work that way, I'm sorry. That's how artificed objects are very delicate, you see.
Is that what
I'm
you are?
sure you understand.
Of course.
I am an expert artificer, yes.
I slammed down. Well, I don't slam down. I put down a large painting that Killian gave me
That's what we're talking about.
in a very nice looking Evereskin model frame. Clearly Evereskin. It's a picture of a landscape with wild horses in the background, kind of galloping over rolling green hills with a blue sky and the sun peeking through an overcast day. You can almost hear the birds singing, beckoning to you in this Evereskin painting.
It's quite a beauty.
It is. And it is Evereskin.
He
Did you know it was from Nebraska?
he flips you the
My
bullet
tail grabs it.
and takes the painting and kind of walks over again with the limp and puts it in the side saddle.
That's awesome. You have your name engraved on it.
Keep that away from open flame.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look at that.
As long as you can put it back together.
Easy.
So the dragon cultists are recognizable enough, but what makes you think that you encountered the Hales?
I've dealt with the Hales back near Candlekeep and their former stomping ground. I know a Hale when I see one.
Does he recognize her?
Marishka.
Oh. Yep.
You did say my name in
Oh, I
front of
did.
him, so. Hi, Tex.
Right.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel any better, I left that gang voluntarily.
I know.
Who did you see leading them?
Your uncle. Well, I guess he's not actually your uncle.
Oh, that rat bastard. I'm going to kill him. You saw
See,
him there?
that's good.
I hope you do.
Who was with him?
Wait. Somebody who's not
A
actually your
woman?
uncle?
Curly hair, tan skin?
You know the one.
Oh, Heval! I thought she would have died. Interesting. So Cyrus came crawling back out of the woodwork. Did he still have the burn on his face?
No, he wears a dragon mask now. Well, not like your fancy little doodad there, but a cultist mask, nonetheless. He seems to think he's moving up in the world.
I'm sure he does. He's a fool.
They're looking for something out there, and they thought I knew where it was. Some tower.
It's the thing we're going to get.
Right, so you said.
Oh, shit. Are they tracking us? All right. Have you been tracking us? Just have to ask. For like 3 days in a row.
I just escaped there yesterday.
I wanted to see if you said yes, and then we knew that you were lying before. It was a trap.
Did you see
entrapment
an
verbally?
old man
Smart.
dressed in black?
You're smart.
Maybe with a walking stick. Crouchety old fella.
I can't say that I have.
Okay.
They're mostly all masked individuals.
Well, I was this one probably be fighting with
bandanaed or otherwise wearing the garb of the cultists, usually purple in color. Which is a good thing that's not the primary color most of you wear. He looks at Mariska again.
What? I like the color.
Hey, again though, like, she wants to kill her family, so.
He's not my uncle. I want to kill him. So.
You do or don't?
Oh, I very much
see?
would like to finish
Do
what I
you
started.
see the anger in her eyes?
And Haval.
She's kind of scary.
It'll be a 2-for-1.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Right. Well,
What color mask was Cyrus wearing? Was it special in any way, or
It's a good question.
matches your scales.
it was gold?
It was.
That makes no sense.
Denoting his higher office, I presume. What are you planning on doing at that tower?
Smashing some dragon heads.
We're a traveling musical group, so we intend on entertaining this creature.
Is he your comedian?
Yeah,
No.
he's very
It's kind
bad
of
at
like when you have a pet monkey
Again,
in the cage.
no laughs. I've tried. I'm done. I'll never try.
I found that humorous. I'll give that one to you.
Excellent.
We're going to smash a dragon. We're going to save a friend who's
Yep.
bewitched.
Possibly in reverse order.
Or reverse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then it's about as... Oh, and then you see the storm in the distance?
We're gonna save the world.
Yeah.
I love watching the teenagers talk.
We just have to find a cheerleader.
Yeah.
Was that funny?
A cheerleader?
Was that funny?
I'll
Copyright
root
laws.
you on. But I gotta go find my book.
One more time. What book is it? Maybe we can help each other.
Roll a persuasion check
Probably like a 29 again.
with disadvantage.
You suck.
Guidance.
Ooh,
No.
D4. I'm going to roll that one again because it's a 1 and I'm near him.
Wow.
So many ones.
It's crooked.
Makes me nervous how you roll in the group dice.
16. Sounds like a bad book. And I'm just interested, A, how you don't have it, if it was there, and B, why you're looking for it. A little word for you, friend.
If you're looking for it and the Hales tracked you and stopped you, how do you know they're not looking for it as well? If we're on our way to go kill them and we find it, or we find them in possession of it, we would need to know what it does to safely contain it.
Or at least who wrote it or something, because he's like an encyclopedia over there, Ravnican Encyclopedia.
I don't know who wrote it.
Encyclopedia Blue.
Some Archduke of one of the realms of the hills.
Okay. That doesn't sound good already.
He looks at Morthos when he says that. Just kind of side-eyes him. He walks over back to Bessie. And he reaches underneath the belly of Bessie.
Secret boot compartment.
Yeah. And there's like a button that he presses, and there's like, as a bunch of steam kind of goes out.
Wow.
And if you're going in there, you're gonna need some backup. He pulls out a what looks to be a kind of box of whirring gears and gizmos.
Anything for me?
This could be for you.
He kind of
I hope so.
takes it and he moves it over to you, and he kind of reaches back, and Bessie kind of closes back up.
Presents!
Killing can't tell if he's disgusted or
Highly
impressed
intrigued.
and- yeah, impressed by this machine animal.
Does Bill do that? Does Bill do that?
And he kind of gingerly sets the box on the ground and presses the button that's on its back, and it kind of stands up and looks at you. It's got a long nose, kind of looks at you. Roger, Roger.
Oh, no! Does it have a gift receipt?
And then he kind of he
That thing can't hit anything.
turns a dial and pushes a button, and its entire body shimmers into a hail.
Is that what they look like? Interesting.
It's got a kind of like a bandana
Does it look like anyone I know?
my throat over its head. And what are those things called? The full wraps? My mind is-
Job.
Desert.
Yeah, it's like the full wrap of a purple wrap entirely wrapped around its head. It's balaclava. Like,
Baklava. Yes.
it's got baklava wrapped around its face.
I instituted many strange policies in my time leading there.
Where's your baklava, damn it?
Demoted.
I'm allergic to nuts.
Wait,
Get the hell out!
wait, are we heading into hell territory?
I reckon this can help to perhaps be a decoy for you, or however else you might care to use him.
What's his name?
Would you recommend all of us looking like this?
If you can do that,
Well, of course I could, and you as well. And your little horse too.
And your little dog,
I-
too.
I can't go back with you. I need to go do some investigating of what's going on with my friends back at the keep.
Have your
Well-
friends back at the keep heard anything about the storm? I assume so. If you are seekers of knowledge.
I haven't been back there in months and months. I was sent out with my brigade, as I said, and I'm concerned.
Would I know that he's a collector? Like, do I know
He
that
has not
term?
said that at any point, though. He
Okay.
said he was
But I mean,
seeking special acquisitions.
Okay. So
Roll a history check.
Okay.
I think he said he was
I don't know,
collecting.
I don't know what a collector is.
Did he
You said a collector of
Candlekeep?
of like fine goods.
Fine
Well, no,
goods.
you
Okay.
said he
Fine
said he was
wines
the
and
second in
cheeses.
command of the collector.
I
That
did.
is what
Did
he
you
I
say
said.
that? Okay.
So you would you roll?
You passed.
14.
You
I
would
think
know
is
who
plus
the
one.
collectors are, and so
Okay.
you would know how he presented himself and what he's referring to.
Is it often that the collectors come out this far?
We go wherever antiquity calls us, or other rare and unique books, parchments, knowledge in written form.
Is there something amiss at Candlekeep? Are you concerned, or you just need to report in?
I don't like that I was ambushed.
Yeah, who would?
Can't believe I'm on that.
No.
And that
Wouldn't it make more sense to send a message of your ambush and then come with us and kill whatever hurt you? Or I don't know what your reputation means to you, but if
I think with some of your firepower, he looks up at me, Q, now, Q has just been studying him and the horse, Bessie, very closely. And looks over at Ray, and then back at all of you. If you're smart about it.
well,
Yep, we're effed.
imagine for a second that we weren't smart about it.
Then you'll probably die.
Oh, all right.
But I'm giving you the assistance
With Roger there.
with Roger.
Does he have aim
I
assistance?
mean, I've recently learned a spell. We can all look like Roger. No problem. We just have to act the part.
I mean,
However,
that was a question I was going to have.
do you have a budget for acquiring rare or let's say very rare books and manuals and tomes?
The keep is always open to new acquisitions and has limitless resources.
I like that word.
Well, I would love to visit
Resources.
Candlekeep. I have always dreamed of heading there at some point to learn what I can. I do have a tome I'm willing to part with for the right price, though. If you want to not go back empty-handed, is what I'm. It's a manual of clay golems, actually. Very rare. Not activated. In fact, I haven't even read it recently. I probably should have. But if you want to acquire such a thing, I have no need for a clay golem, but I do have need of lots of zeros, if you know what I mean.
We have a small little trading post in Selgant.
Oh, good.
It's where I was ultimately headed to travel back. I don't know if our teleportation system has been compromised either. So I'm going to go the long way, and he kind of reaches up and pats Bessie on the back again. But if you, in fact, have a genuine manual there, I'm sure they would be willing to pay you a proper fee. Those are rare indeed.
Well, excellent. Sorry to change the subject. But
One more question here with Roger, and while you were there. Are there any, like, key phrases or words that we would need to know that if we can dress up, we could somewhat pass?
I didn't ask questions, I just shot him in the face.
Amen.
I like that plan.
Fair. All
One
right.
last question on top of his last question. You mentioned and identified already Cyrus and Haval from the Hales, but did you see any notable figures from the Dragon Cult? I know that they've been absorbed, but they're merely a faction now.
There were some...
An elf, by any chance, a male elf.
It's hard to tell with the masks. There were some cultists with fire accoutrement,
It's a good word.
as well as some minotaur.
Shoot.
There
like
were
every
also
cult.
some other folk. I couldn't quite tell.
You know, let's just throw it in there. Did you see Knowles too? Let's just add in everybody who we want to hurt.
Knowles.
Just by chance. Run into a few of those.
Knowles. Oh, they usually stay to themselves in packs.
Did you see anyone wearing a black mask? Like, distinctly scary and onyx looking?
No.
Alright, that's good.
One thing in there.
Yeah,
Good.
I mean,
Fantastic.
it's looking up.
I'd say so.
Well, I gotta get back.
Yep.
I got questions for Zero, so I will.
Who's Zero?
It's a colleague of mine back at the keep.
Peer or head of you?
It's one might say my superior. Kind of. We're
So if you're second, he's first?
more or less. I'm in charge of the special acquisitions.
Mm.
How many of the Hales and the cultists were there that ambushed you? What number? If you
I
had to
killed
estimate.
5 before they took me.
Oh, wow.
And then I killed maybe a dozen more on the way out.
Oh, wow. Jeez. With those
I
cute
was
little
only
things?
able to make my way out because of a I don't even know. Some man in dark armor, red hair with a green flashing blade set me free.
Hmm.
So I skedaddled.
Interesting. Any other conversation?
No, I think we let the man.
Mm.
Let him.
Well-
Can I pet Bessie before you go?
He forms emotional attachments to inanimate
I reckon
objects quickly.
she won't mind.
Awesome.
I hope she kicks you, man.
Like a dog, the jowls, and then the neck. What's it feel like? Very
It's-
metallic?
It's metal.
It wasn't as,
The steam kind of blows out in your face.
It wasn't as pleasurable as I was hoping.
Well, Tex, thank you for asking questions first and presumably shooting later if anything tries to get in your way, but we appreciate the information you gave us. We hope you safe journey. We'll go to kill the rest of them that you left behind, don't
Yep.
worry.
I do hope so.
It's our goal.
Me very much so. It is a newfound ambition of mine.
I shall hope to hear of the Shade's success.
Is there a way we could, like, be in communication with you? You seem like someone good to know.
Yeah, we also often come across items, and maybe we'll come across this book of yours. We can send word. We don't really.
And maybe just the...
Only a few of us collect things, and
Oh, I do.
once he collects it, maybe he'll read it and then pass it on.
Yeah.
I look at it.
Sure, you can send me a message, Mr. JB, was
Please, please share my name with the keep. It is Josephus Beauregard Huxley III.
Assuming the keep's not
I
corrupted.
most certainly will. What was that?
No, well, you said you had some questions about the keep. I said share his name, assuming it's not corrupted or something like that.
Do you know something I don't know,
I do
son?
not know that. I'm just putting 2 and 2 together.
That's a mighty large inference you got there.
Thank you.
Very insightful.
My brother is incorruptible.
It's his name?
Zero's your brother?
No, just a friend.
Oh, well then, what's the name of your brother? Maybe we...
What's the name of my brother?
Boomer.
Nope. I think it was like,
Meta joke, how many DMs does it take to remember the name of the character?
it was something southern as well.
I know.
Let me go back.
We'll remember it
How
later.
about Mary Ann Louise?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
What's the last name?
Boy named Sue?
Hollis.
Oh, I thought you said Ark.
No, his full name's Tex Arcana
Tex
Hollis.
He didn't give you his last name.
Oh.
No. But
I was hoping that would
his
bring it
bullets
up.
are inscribed with TH on it.
They are.
So is this one.
What?
Which you see turn into a stick of wheat that he puts in his mouth and starts chewing.
How'd you get that when I never gave it to you?
When I was looking at it, I made it.
Ah,
Magic.
nice.
Tex,
But this one's different. He wouldn't.
as
tell
you
me
two
what's
are
inside.
talking, Tex climbs back on to Bessie, kind of tips his hat to you. Ma'am, Sirs.
I give him another good bird.
He takes it.
This will last about 20 hours.
Much obliged. Take care of Roger. Took me a while to piece him together.
I'm sure he'll die.
I'm sure he'll die the field
honestly.
red with our enemy's blood.
Well, make sure you
DYE.
use your resources well.
Thank you.
And he kind of...
Thanks, Tex. Safe travels.
You
I'll kill
seem-
Cyrus, don't worry.
I hope so, Marishka Hale. And
Oh,
he...
we can send him the head.
I should have traded my boomerang for a gun.
Yeah, right.
That
dude.
would have been.
That'd be great.
He rides off.
Killian used gun.
Now
It was
that is-
super effective.
That is some nice guy there.
I
Maybe.
liked him a lot.
I don't know.
I'm
Can't wait to
not
play.
gonna lie, you guys. I kind of thought I was about to get arrested. I just remembered that I technically had a bit of a bounty on me when I was in the Hales.
Maverick.
And then when I left the Hales, I didn't clear that up with anybody, so like, maybe don't say my last name around
Hopefully,
these parts.
hopefully the actions that you've taken in the past few weeks and months have spread good to your name.
Well, my real
Throughout
last
the
name is
land.
Morningstar, by the way. It's not really Hale. It's just something I was kind of conscripted with.
What, you just
So-
dropped that now?
Oh,
What the hell is wrong with you?
like
No,
Sabrina.
no, I'm not the Hale anymore. That's
no, I
the-
know that, but more like, did you make that up, or is that your real name?
What, the Hale or the
No,
Morningstar?
Morningstar.
That's what
She
my
was-
last
if
name
you
Have I ever
remember her
heard the name
story,
Morningstar before?
She was adopted into the
Roll a
Hales.
history check.
Kind of.
26.
Oh, great. That name means something too.
Oh yeah.
Everything means everything.
There was a powerful elvish wizard from the north named Morningstar.
Are you gonna share with the class?
Nope.
You're the worst. All right.
Not yet.
What are you asking?
After
No,
we
no, I
win
just
the
think
next
it's weird
fight.
that you decide to drop that knowledge bomb now.
I don't know. Names are, names that only matter as much as you give them matter, I guess.
Well, guess what? Knowledge bomb for all you. This has been growing. He rolls up his sleeve. It's up to my shoulder now.
Shit. How do we take care of it?
I don't effing know.
We could cut it off, I
we do
guess.
All right. While we're walking, we're gonna be inspecting you.
Yep. I told you I didn't join the Hales.
When I see it,
happily.
when I see that, I
thought you
castrate
made the
her.
Hales.
I don't have a great.
Well, I mean, I made
Do
them
you
better.
have diamond dust?
I need
Still
diamond dust.
control, but
Damn
I
components.
thought you made them.
At least
No.
it's
Started the group.
no, I didn't start the Hales. They
not
existed.
happy about it.
You took them
I
all.
took
Here it
them over.
is. And we're walking and talking.
Yeah.
And it's the end of the night.
JB was
It
asking
is
if I
the
started
it
the
is
Hales.
it is about
true.
11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
It's like
Really?
very dense cloud
And
passing
you-
above the sun.
Begin to go south, down into the forest. I don't know what you're gonna do with Bill and your cart.
Let me think about it.
Does Maybe we could,
Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
anyone know like a shrinking spell?
Oh, my hammer shrinks things pretty well.
Wait, Killian, don't you
no,
know polymorph? How long does that last?
Can I-
It's only like a minute, right?
No, it's polymorph is indefinite. I think
1 hour.
that was 1 hour. Oh, that's right. Then it goes back.
What if we
Hmm.
polymorphed Bill into like a snail, sit him on your shoulder, and then in 59 minutes you take him off your shoulder?
I mean, what are we trying to do here?
I don't
Figure out
know.
what to do with my cart.
Why can't we have the cart with us?
We're
it'll
going through
take
the woods
it'll
now.
take a long time to navigate that path.
We can build a new cart later.
I guess that's true. We could detach the cart and just take Bill.
Yeah,
Which
does anyone
feels
have any
stupid.
bags of holding here?
I mean, yeah, I have one.
Yeah, all your stuff can go in there.
Very well. I don't want to hold up the group.
Are you okay?
We can
with
get another donkey too. Wherever
No,
we get to.
Bill needs
So
to come.
you put all of your supplies, painting supplies, and paints into the bag of holding. Everything all fits.
Mhm.
Are you okay with leaving a cart?
I would rather not, but I don't see any way forward with it.
I have an idea. I have mending, which means we can break it apart, mend it back together.
I can break it apart.
Like stuff the pieces in the bag of holding. And
Yeah,
then
like an IKEA project.
I don't know what IKEA is, but it sounds
It's a terrible place.
mid to
Oh,
low
we got
price
to break
with good
Bill apart
meatballs.
as well then.
Nope. That's called death.
Bill can navigate through the forest well enough.
Miku says,
Right, so like this bag of meat here.
Yeah, he's
this,
coming
by
back
the way,
soon.
is the
Yeah.
6th day.
And it was like right at dusk or like 11
11
p.m.
You're 11,
PM.
it's 11 a.m.
I know,
So
but
about
it
12
happens
hours.
11 p.m. Okay.
12 hours from now. Yeah, that guy who's still tied up. Oh, we must be close if my Maltoro cut him free, and we're actually going in the right direction.
We'll just leave the cart.
Okay, the cart is left, and Bill?
He's coming with us.
Okay.
Dragon.
Dude, Bill's gonna stop the storm, man.
Wouldn't
I
that be
feel it.
something?
You get on Bill,
Stop
and you just ride him carefully.
I would
yeah, we
probably
have
walk
Greleth
and
too,
lead
right?
him.
Okay.
We have Greleth.
You have Greleth, yeah?
Are you still riding Greleth?
I would not be. I would be walking, looking very deep in thought.
Okay. You are able, you go more slowly with your steeds, but you are able to make your way. So it just slows your pace of travel. To the point where
Oh no.
you arrive at the base of Cragged Tooth
At 10:30.
very late in the day. This was going to happen earlier in the day,
Here we go.
and now it is very late in the day. In
We did.
fact, it is about 5 minutes from Luque returning back to life. You approach. There is a stockade that you see at the base of the tooth. Tents and tables and chairs seem abandoned within.
That's not good.
You hear the sound of rustling inside as zombies seem to wander inside the center of this little stockade. As you approach, a voice behind you speaks up and says, "Oh well, I was not sure when you would arrive. It took you long enough." And another voice ahead of you speaks up and says, "Huh. This I didn't expect." And Morthos, it's the first time you've heard Eli in over a year.
Three-way fight.
And that is where we are going to pick up our session next week.
All the old characters are coming back.
Now you gotta kill.
Wolfram better not be dead. That's all I have to say. Wolfram's not dead. I mean, the real Wolfram, I mean. The fake one. No. No. The fake one.
The real fake one?
The real.
The fake real one, guys.
Assalamu alaikum.
All right, we are going to give away our black dragon
Somebody
because
watch
we got the subscriptions for it. I think we're 15. We're 15 away from this guy, so hopefully we'll be able to hit that next
Is
week.
it like part?
But right now we're going to give away that black dragon. So if you would like your opportunity to
It
win
hurts my voice.
the black dragon that is there on that giveaway turntable, then please type into the chat right now, exclamation point, standoff. STANDOFF,
Good, thanks,
exclamation point, standoff, for your chance to win that large black dragon.
Is this me? we get to spectate a fight for once?
All right. So, we are going to pick things up there next Tuesday night. Exclamation point standoff. Please check, stay on if you are joining that. We're going to do this drawing and then announce the winner after the stream ends. And we'll make sure that we get your address so we can get that out to you. Next week, we're going to have some combat opportunities. The last 2 weeks, we've been doing a lot of role-playing. They're
Dungeon crawl.
We died.
yeah, we're going to be basically. We are now going to be entering into an overland dungeon crawl.
Let's do it.
As they
Manage
approach the
resources.
tower and make their way through a forest
I have some.
that is ridden with hails and cultists of all types.
Bring it on. I'm ready. Wait, I'm ready.
All right, so thank you very much for being here. Exclamation point standoff for your chance to win that dragon. We do hope that you will return next Tuesday night starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time as we continue to loot, die, and repeat. Good night, everyone.